is saying, I'll put him with Goff and Love. So, yes, that is surprising for me, hearing you say that.
Okay.
You don't think it could come off that way?
I thought that I have been very complimentary of Caleb Williams and the job that he's done this year. He's accepted tough coaching from Ben Johnson, and the results have proved themselves out over on the field. I mean, when you're looking at this team, they started out with the same exact record through the first 6 games that they did last year. But what I've seen in the last 2 weeks, him being able to go into Cincinnati and have that duel with Joe Flacco and have his team on the winning side of it, touchdown throw to Colston Loveland. This week ends up being a touchdown run for the go-ahead points. His ability to be able to steer this team on those game-winning drives, to be able to come through in the fourth quarter in the clutch, to me, that's impressive. Caleb Williams leads the league in fourth-quarter comebacks and game-winning drives. Mm-hmm. There's something to be said for that, man. Being at your best when your best is required matters to me. And Caleb Williams, the talent and the production are finally starting to match.
And you know what else is matching, as you brought up? His chemistry with Ben Johnson. And I said this when the hire was made, that this had the chance to be the most consequential hire in Bears history. Because if you get Caleb Williams right, and he becomes the guy that Bears fans and this organization has been desert thirsty for decades, then he's worth every single penny. And kudos to Caleb for not only advocating for the guy that he wants, but for being open to being coached hard, for being open to changing his approach to things, because even though he had success at the collegiate level, obviously getting to the NFL was a completely different set of circumstances for him. And they are finding that rhythm, and you're seeing it bear out in the results. And you talked about the fourth quarter comebacks and how they're trusting each other in a different way. I also love how he's using his legs more in the fourth quarter. He has 92 yards on the ground in the fourth quarter. DJ Moore was talking about it after the game, that now the coaching staff has given him the green light to go ahead and utilize himself in that way in those consequential spots. So the fact that Caleb Williams slowly but surely this season is showing incremental success has to be so thrilling for Chicago Bears fans.
CeCe, do you believe the Bears have graduated out of searching for a franchise quarterback?
Yes. Yes.
They have found that they're no longer in the Jets and the Browns conversation of seemingly for decades on end searching for a franchise quarterback.
Yes.
Wow.
Caleb Williams is on pace for the first 4,000-yard passing season in Chicago Bears history.
And that was a goal.
Yeah. I think the Bears have found their guy for the next decade plus. And when you figure that out, that's a big piece of the puzzle. You got your coach, you got your quarterback. It feels like it's only up from here for the Chicago Bears. The thing that we didn't anticipate, or the thing that we didn't factor in, is that they could be ahead of schedule when it comes to competing for the division. I think that's entirely on the table.
This year?
This year.
Well, the Packers got to get it together.
So Bears could win the NFC North this year?
Yeah. I'm willing to entertain that conversation.
Well, take that, ESPN 1000 in Chicago, for all the hating that comes our way.
Yeah, clip that off.
Now, guess what? This is called, it's his birthday, so we gotta hype him up on this. This is called a can't he can't lose. Because if they don't win the division, he can hold it against you. Because he said, hey, you got a shot to win the division, and next game up, you've got the Vikings on the road. That should be a winnable game for the Chicago Bears. You know what also was very smart by one CeCe here, Smalls?
What?
You know what he just did? He gave us so many interesting takes on the Bears that it took us so long that he somehow avoided how much of a disaster his ex-team, the Giants, have become.
Well, they are dealing with some pretty consequential injuries, Evan.
Yes, but if we're all going to sit here and say the Commanders have to do a better job of protecting Jaden Daniels, do the Giants not have to do a better job of protecting Jackson Dart?
Oh, of course they do. But, Ev, here's the thing. I've already resigned myself to the fact that they're going to fire Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen after the season.
I think you're right about that.
That's done.
Yeah.
There's nothing that those guys are going to be able to do to save their jobs.
There was a window there for them. The Giants were winning games. They looked electric with Jackson Dart and Cam Scattergood.
The window might have been the first half in Soldier Field yesterday, because Jackson Dart looked awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he looked phenomenal. And it felt like they were going to be able to hang on to it. And then Dart gets knocked out. And, of course, Russell Wilson, as washed up as he is, comes into the game. And you knew we had no shot when Caleb Williams and the Bears decided to mount their comeback. So, yeah, I think it's done. Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll are up out of here. And now, we're as the New York Giants, they're going to have one of the most attractive coaching vacancies, attractive general manager vacancies in the entire NFL.
Oh, man.
Because you're sold they have their quarterback.
Oh, no question.
And a lot of young talent when they get
Jackson
healthy.
Dart is the guy. Every time he scores a touchdown, when he hits the celly, you already know he's the guy. You just have to look at how everybody around him celebrates. He's the guy. They just got to make sure that they get the right head coach and the right general manager.
Coming up, we go upon a further review. Next, we're on Sportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
Hey there, landowners. Owning land is a lot of work, and we all dread the upkeep and maintenance, especially when help is hard to find.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I can help with it all. If you're tired of the runaround, call D&M Farm Service, where honesty and experience meets your land needs. I'm the handshake behind the D&M, and I'm asking you for the opportunity to earn your business.
Forestry, mulching and clearing, driveways, pond banks, bush hogging, ditching, fencing, tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding. You name it, call Mike. He's got your land covered. No job too small.
Owning land's tough, but we make it easier. Honest, reliable, and dependable service. From one landowner to another, D&M Farm Services has you covered. Let D&M Farm Services be the helping hand with your land.
Call or text for free estimates and let them make your land maintenance a little easier. D&M Farm Service. Phone 843-496-0703. That's 843-496-0703.
They are like no other. They are the heroes, the warriors, the ones who are always there. Pepsi of Florence, Lee's Tire and Auto, Palmetto Mining, and community broadcasters salute our first responders of the PD. We thank our police, sheriff's deputies, firefighters, and EMTs. Join us along with White Swan Cleaners, A&J Firearms, Big A Auto Sales, Venus Restaurant and Catering, Blackjack Harley Davidson, Dreaming Ink Tattoos of Florence and Hartsville, the Florence Center, and Darlington Chainsaw in honoring these great men and women by nominating them for our First Responders Call to Courage. Head on over to scfirstresponders.com and fill out the form. We will be recognizing 8 first responders on 99.3 The Cat with Palmer in the morning and have them tell us their stories on the air. While others run from dangerous situations, these first responders run toward the danger to help us. We encourage you to go to scfirstresponders.com today and nominate a local hero.
Pepsi and Dollar General want to send you to see the Harlem Globetrotters December the 7th at the Florence Center. Swing by participating Dollar General locations. Look for the indoor display and scan the QR code to enter. Plus, for an extra chance to win, register online at this station's website. 10 qualifiers will win a pair of tickets. Then one lucky winner scores the grand prize. 2 VIP bench seats, merchandise, a meet and greet, and post-game team photo, along with a $100 Redbone Alley gift card. All from Pepsi, Dollar General, and this community broadcaster station.
This weather update is brought to you by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, the punctual plumber.
Go with the flow, the local pros call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
I'm WBF First Alert Meteorologist Andrew Dockery. Only climbing into the low to mid 50s this afternoon. The coldest air of the season set to arrive tonight. Everyone is expected to fall below freezing. A freeze warning is in effect for that. Wind chills tomorrow morning, in the teens and 20s.
Live from the Florence Toyota Studios, this is WOLH Florence. Sports fans, you found 96.3 ESPN Radio. And now, it's time for the Carolina Sports Entertainment Authority, live from the Community Broadcasters Complex in Florence, on affiliate radio stations throughout the PD and worldwide at thepressboxradio.com and Facebook Live. Here's your two-time NSSA South Carolina Sportscaster of the Year, the bad boy of sports radio, Alan Smothers.
Live from the Eastern Command Center and on a chilly Monday morning. Beautiful sunshine, sunrise out back, but I see the steam coming off of my my central air unit, which sits just outside my back window here at the Eastern Command Center. So it's cold out this morning. You said we hit the high at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, so if you were asleep at 2 o'clock this morning, you missed the high of 60.
The high for today of 60. It's supposed to be a freeze warning tonight.
Everybody going under 30. Matter of fact,
That's
there's
crazy.
some places in the listening area might see the mid-20s.
Man, what happened to fall?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we go from hurricane season to polar vortex season.
Man, that's crazy. Well, the ACC is officially a one-bid league.
The all-chaos conference now.
It is absolutely insane.
Yes, it is.
There are 5 teams with one conference loss. Don't look it up. Name them, MJ.
All right, well, thanks to Wake Forest, Virginia.
Right.
Pittsburgh, I believe, is still at one loss.
That's right. Pitt only has one loss in the league.
Obviously Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Who they've got, let's see, that's 3.
I'm
not looking. I'm not looking. Doesn't Duke only have one loss?
Duke is one, yes.
And, oh, God, I'm trying to think. Not the U, because they have 2.
Nope. Miami has 2 now.
Cal's got 3.
Louisville has 2.
Yeah, Louisville's got 2. I can't remember the 5th one without looking it up.
It's SMU.
Oh, yeah, SMU. I forget they're in the league.
SMU, the team that snuck into the playoffs last year, may do it again this year. Now, they won't sneak in. They'll have to grab a spot by winning
the
conference championship game. But we have no idea now who's going to play in the conference championship game.
Yep.
The only team with one loss overall is Georgia Tech. Everybody else in the league has at least 2 losses.
And judging by the way the AP poll came out, I'm going to make an educated guess that Georgia Tech will now get the ACC spot tomorrow night.
Yes, it is the highest rated ACC team. But somehow Miami is back in the mix.
They're always in the mix.
They have 2 losses.
Yep.
In the league and 2 overall, but they are hanging around.
They're mathematically still alive.
Yes, and they look halfway decent on Saturday.
Well, and Clemson has a chance this week to Old Yeller Louisville's shot at the ACC.
Clemson is getting their bleep together.
Yes, they are.
They actually looked pretty solid Saturday.
Of course, it was against Florida State.
I know, but Florida State looked good against Wake Forest last week, blowed them out. And what does Wake Forest do this week?
Throw a monkey wrench into everything.
Yeah, they blowed out the what you call them?
I don't think was it 3-point win?
No, that was a pretty big win. Let me get my sheet out here. Well,
Last
I've lost my
Last week. There
my
you
dadgummit.
go. I hate ESPN sometimes.
Well, I've got my
Here it is.
my sheet.
16-9. So a
16 to 9.
a one
Okay.
touchdown victory.
Beat Virginia. So Virginia now is in harm's way. I mean, we were thinking, okay, Virginia only lost this year to NC State, but didn't count in the conference standings.
And by the way, congratulations, Wake Forest. You're bowl eligible.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. That's another thing. Coastal Carolina beat Georgia State on Saturday.
Yes.
And all you hear is, hey, Coastal Carolina's bowl eligible. Woohoo! Bowl eligible. People make T-shirts now.
Yeah, T-shirts. Well, I mean, that's
that say bowl eligible. Is that a big damn deal?
I would think in a gang of 5, yeah, at this point.
But you won 6 games. Who gives a rat's ass that you won 6 games?
Here's what you're ignoring when you make those shirts. You're still a game behind James Madison. You still have an outside shot at a Sun Belt championship. Very outside, but you still have a shot.
What I'm saying is it's not just Coastal Carolina.
No, it's everybody.
It's not just Wake Forest. It's every damn body now.
Yeah.
That makes a big deal out of winning your 6th game.
Well, it's like it's the AAUification or ification of collegiate sports. Everybody needs a ring now. Everybody's got to have a ring.
Yeah, well, we're 11 weeks into the season. Shouldn't everybody have 6 wins by now?
You'd think.
I mean, we're 11 weeks into the season. Now, I know some teams have had their 2 weeks off. NC State's had 2 weeks off now.
Yep. So it's Clemson.
The Gamecocks have had 2 weeks off. 11 weeks into the season. We never used to get 2 weeks off.
Well, because everybody's playing on week 0 now.
Yeah. I mean, we never used to get 2 weeks off during the year. But now everybody gets 2 weeks off. But we're 11 weeks into the I'm going to make a proclamation.
Okay.
This is a press box proclamation. We're 11 weeks into the season. If you have not won 6 games by now, you fucking suck.
Yes.
You suck if you have not won 6 games by now. I mean, you could be 6-5 right now. You could be. You could be 6-5, 11 weeks into the season. Now, nobody's played 11 games.
Obviously.
Indiana's played 10, and guess what?
They haven't lost one.
They're 10-0.
You don't see them printing a shirt.
No, they're not printing up we're bowl eligible shirts because they've won 10 games.
Texas A&M is 9-0.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. A bunch of teams have played 10 games. Ole Miss has played 10 games. Texas Tech has played 10 games. Vanderbilt's played 10 games. They all have more than 8 wins.
Yes.
So if you haven't won 6 games right now, your team sucks.
Even California has won 6 games.
Right. My team sucks. They've not won 6 games yet. Sorry, Gamecocks. Sorry, Tigers.
Yeah, your team sucks,
haven't won
dude.
6 games. Your team sucks.
That's why you're playing Friday night.
I'm just saying. Okay? My team's in that boat too. My team is in that boat too. They've not won 6 games yet. And they may not. They're likely not to. But I mean, this we're bowl eligible thing 11 weeks into the season, I'm done with. My proclamation from this day forward, if at 11 weeks into the season you haven't won 6 games, your team sucks. Who can disagree? Anybody?
No.
I don't see any hands up.
Because you've probably played, one or two directional schools.
Right. Exactly. You've played at least one, maybe 2 directional schools by now. And in the ACC, everybody sucks.
Yes.
Everybody.
This is easily the number 4 power conference.
I mean, even Pittsburgh has won 7 games.
This is painful.
Hell, I think Boston College may have won 6 games.
No, Boston College ain't even close to 6 games.
They've not? Okay.
No, Boston College, as a matter of fact, are 5 games short of 6.
Okay, well, I'd have to look at the league standings. All I know is those 5 that I saw yesterday, and I went,
all right,
really?
I've got, by the way, half of the ACC has yet to get to 6.
That's what I'm saying. The whole league sucks.
All right, here it is. Clemson, Virginia Tech, NC State, North Carolina, Stanford, Florida State, Syracuse, and Boston College. Those are all the teams that have not won 6 games in the ACC this year. Or all the teams in the ACC that haven't won 6 games overall.
Yeah, overall. That's terrible. I mean, that is absolutely god awful.
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. At least, in the SEC where they eat their young, more than half of their teams have 6 wins.
Yes.
More than half of their teams will probably be in the damn playoffs. They might have 6 or 7 teams in the playoffs.
And here's the thing. Half their league has 6 wins. 2 of them that don't have 6 wins could this weekend.
Yeah. And they eat their young. I mean, so don't give me this, we're bowl eligible.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
And by the way, I'm just going to put this out as a PSA right now for the 2 Coastal fans that listen to this show. When you play James Madison, you both take care of your business before that game, and you play James Madison and you get screwed on a call. Don't call in here crying about it's a conspiracy to put James Madison in the playoffs. Please don't. Don't start that.
James Madison is the best percentage chance of making the Gang of 5 spot.
Absolutely.
But how – this is going to be embarrassing. The ACC may be number 12. The lone ACC team in the playoffs may be the 12th seed.
And you know what? I'm not arguing on that point.
I couldn't either. I mean, James Madison's ranked number 24. Now, there are 5 ACC teams ahead of them.
Oh, good Lord, yes, because they were touting the crap out of that yesterday.
Yeah. But the highest ranked ACC team in the AP top 25 is Georgia Tech at 14.
Yep.
In the coaches poll, they're number 12. But are they really the 12th best team in the country?
No. There is no ACC team that is higher than 20.
No.
In my
now,
poll.
I wrote this down too. The latest AP and coaches top 25 is out. Does it matter?
No.
Really? Everybody's talking about there should not be a poll put out before maybe 5, 6, 7 weeks in, right?
Technically there isn't, because the AP and the coaches poll is just for us to sit here on Monday morning and scream and cuss about.
But I mean, I like the polls because it gives us something to go by.
It keeps us employed.
Right. Gives us something to talk about. But here's my stance on the polls, AP and coaches poll. Once the college football playoff poll comes out, then the AP and the coaches poll should just stop doing a poll.
Well, I mean, I don't know if
because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but for the first 9 weeks of the season, the number beside the name is the AP poll, and then when the college football playoff poll comes out, that's the number beside the name.
Oh, you mean on ESPN?
On ESPN and all those other places, yeah.
When they put the numbers up,
yep,
on display, yeah, because it should.
That's how it should be. Yes, you're right.
I mean, like I said, I want the AP preseason top 25. I want the coaches preseason top 25. I'm okay with that.
I'll make a borderline controversial statement here. So do the people that scream and cuss about, well, there should be no poll before October. You secretly want that because you know if your team's in that poll, you're going to rub it in somebody's face.
Right. I mean, we want to have something to talk about. But once the college football playoff poll comes out, now you're irrelevant.
Yes.
Everybody's, well, they were irrelevant beforehand. Of course they were, but at least there was something.
Right.
We didn't have nothing. We had something. Now, the AP and the coaches poll is what?
Garbage.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. They're nothing.
It's like I said a couple of minutes ago. It's for us to come on here on Monday morning and scream and cuss about. That's all it is.
I don't even – I printed them out just, again, to have something.
Yeah.
But really, as of tomorrow night, these will be nothing. There's something for a day. 2 days. There's something for 2 days, and then as of tomorrow night, these two polls will be nothing because nobody will be looking at these polls anymore. The only poll that matters is the college football playoff poll. But again, I know I'm on a rant about nothing this morning, but it just irritates the hell out of me that these people go, we're bowl eligible. You should be after 11 weeks. Damn. I mean, that's. All right. Clemson is showing signs of life, just too late. But, I mean, who knows? They may bounce back and get a halfway decent bowl, which half their team will opt out of. You think that, I mean, now Clemson has not had that experience yet because they've been in the playoffs most of the years.
Well, that's what I say.
How many Clemson players opt out of the bowl games this year?
I'm going to say I'm going to keep it low. I'm going to keep my expectations low because, we can always exceed those. I'm going to say 5.
Okay, I was going to say, do all the projected first-round draft picks
absolutely
opt out?
100%.
Peter Woods and TJ, whatever his name is, and the defensive back.
Klubnik out of eligibility?
No, he still has another year.
That will be that's going to be my determination.
Come out.
Yeah, that's going to be. That's when I know that Klubnik's done, is if he pulls out of the bowl game.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? College basketball in full effect over the weekend. And we'll tell you all about what happened there. Gamecocks have another player that's going to redshirt and not play this season. And Lamont Paris is okay with it. Okay.
He seems to be okay with a lot of things.
Yeah, he's okay with it. And, man, I watched, of course, the Gamecock women and Tiger men blowed out their opponents over the weekend. We'll tell you about that. So did Coastal Carolina's men, by the way. They blowed out Lee's McRae or somebody like that, a Division II school. But I watched the NC State Southern Cal women's game yesterday. I was actually amped up to watch it.
That's good. That should have been a good game.
Gamecock women. Well, NC State was ranked number 9, and Southern Cal, I think, was ranked number 18. Southern Cal won the game by a point. They were down 11 with 4 minutes to play and came back and got an inbounds play that lay up with about a second and a half left.
I hate those losses.
Yeah, but I hope, you got to give them. It's like when we played an ACC. Remember a couple of years ago when the ACC teams started the season playing each other? The first game of the year.
Joke that was.
And it was atrocious basketball. I mean, it was an embarrassment to the game of basketball.
I've seen better basketball on Benny Hill than I did.
Yeah. So I'm really just hoping for my Wolfpack women and for Southern Cal too, because they're not immune to this.
No.
I'm hoping it's just because it was just the second game of the year. They threw up enough bricks between the two teams to build a 4-story building. I mean, they threw up. I mean, from like point blank range, they were throwing up bricks.
Was this at a neutral site?
Yeah, in Charlotte.
Okay, then I'll defend it by saying they probably didn't have their depth perception.
Oh my God! Between the two teams,
Oof.
They missed 1,000 shots. I mean, they were probably 222 for 1,000.
Oh, oof.
It was awful, awful basketball.
Well, again, it's November.
I mean, USC all they did was throw up threes in the first half, and I think they made 1 out of 10.
I'm Alex Del Barrio. The LA Chargers pick up their 5th straight win in prime time and improve to 7-3 on the season for the 2nd straight year with a 25-10 victory over the Steelers. Ladd McConkey, 107 yards and a touchdown in the win for the Chargers. Aaron Rodgers, 2 interceptions in the loss for the Steelers. Justin Herbert on his thoughts on how his team is playing lately.
I thought it was a huge win for us today. I thought the defense played incredibly well today, and to be able to get some turnovers like that, a bunch of huge stops, and then the special teams getting a turnover too. They made our job so much easier, and I thought the defense and special teams played so well today.
In Tampa, the Patriots get 147 yards and 2 touchdowns from rookie running back Travion Henderson, and Drake May move to 8-2 as the Patriots starter as New England wins their 7th straight, a 28-23 win over the Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson led the Ravens to their 3rd straight win in his 100th career start as Baltimore beat the Vikings 27-19. Jackson now 25-3 all-time versus the NFC. Lamar Jackson on his team's 3-game win streak.
Everyone's happy when they win, but I feel like our mood hasn't changed. We still locked down. We still feel like we won the fight. We still behind, in our division. So we got to, like I said, can't get complacent, stay locked down.
Caleb Williams scored a 17-yard touchdown late in the 4th quarter to push the Bears in front. A comeback win over the Giants 24-20. Bears now 6-1 in their last 7 after starting 0-2. Williams with his 4th game-winning drive this season, tied for the most in the NFL. Jackson Dart had a rushing touchdown in the game for New York, but left the game before the 4th quarter with a concussion. Brian Dable on his condition.
So with Dart, as he was going back out on the field, just didn't seem right, so called the trainers over and said, let's get him out and make sure he gets looked at. So he went in and got looked at and ended up being evaluated for a concussion.
The Texans overcame a 19-point deficit to start the 4th quarter and rallied to beat the Jaguars 36-29. Davis Mills in for C.J. Stroud, threw for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win for Houston.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. How do you know what actually works? With a 4.9 star rating from over 1.7 million client reviews, you're in good hands with BetterHelp. Talk with real qualified therapists, not AI. Wellness shouldn't be overwhelming, and therapists can help figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a screen detox. Visit BetterHelp.com/score for 10% off your first month. This is an ad by BetterHelp. Workplace stress is now a leading cause of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce feeling it more than ever. You can't escape work, but you can take small steps to take care of yourself. A walk, some sun, a favorite song. Therapy is one of those steps. Ongoing support to build resilience for whatever your day throws at you. Balance is tough. Getting help shouldn't be. Visit BetterHelp.com/score today to get 10% off your first month.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads, race car bobbleheads, little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Just talking to Miss Betty during the break there, and she's right. And I've always believed this, and I think she does too, that if you can't break 500,
yeah,
how can you be awarded a bowl game if you can't break 500?
Yeah, I hate that stupid APR. Well, there's a good APR. And
that's ridiculous.
Just don't play the damn game.
I know why 6 and 6 teams, or as you point out, 5 and 7 teams with best APR go, because there's too many bowl games.
Yes.
They don't have enough teams to fill the bowl games.
Hey, ESPN, couldn't you make some more multi-team events in basketball to fill that inventory instead of watching a 5 and 7 team who doesn't want to be there take on a bunch of nose pickers from the Gang of 5 who also don't want to be there?
Yeah. Well, they did away with their multi-team event at the HTC Center.
Yeah.
There is no longer a Myrtle Beach Invitational, which ESPN owned, by the way. So they still own the Myrtle Beach Bowl, but they don't do the Myrtle Beach Invitational multi-team basketball event anymore, which, cutting back on inventory is not the ESPN way.
Considering how much money they've lost in the last couple weeks.
Well, yeah, but still, you got to have inventory to get income.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I'm with Betty on that. 6 and 6 teams do not deserve, should not be rewarded with a trip to the gift suite. All right, before we go back to the Mickey Finn's offensive line, a couple of major passings overnight in sports. First off, Paul Tagliabue, the longtime NFL commissioner who instituted the Rooney Rule, but also said that CTE wasn't a real thing. It was a made-up thing by the media.
Yeah.
He had to apologize for that later. That, that concussions were just kind of a made-up thing.
Yeah. I love that. No such thing as concussions.
Yeah. He apologized for that. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
And then Lenny Wilkins.
That one hurt.
Passed away.
That one hurt.
Yeah, Lenny, at one time, I don't know this is still the case.
He's third all time in wins now.
Is it third all time in wins now?
Yeah.
At one time, he was the winningest and losingest head coach in NBA history. Had more wins and more losses than anybody all time.
Yeah.
But Lenny, and everybody loved Lenny.
Oh,
Lenny was such a good dude.
One of the best ambassadors basketball ever had.
Everybody loved Lenny. So, all right, let's go to the Mickey Fans offensive line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, bad boy, it's Dave in Florence.
Hey, Dave. What's going on, brother?
How's it going? Oh, just catching up with y'all. Didn't really get to watch too much sports this weekend. Family things, pictures, and trotting my 13-year-old son around to go hang out with his girlfriend, but you know, that's life. But I did catch a couple of things. The Indiana game. Oh, my gosh, what a finish. That was, I don't know if you saw that last drive.
I did.
But,
the whole thing.
My wife thought I was going to jump out of my skin. I was like, babe, you ain't neat. You just watch all those plays come together, and you're like, holy cow, that was one of the, craziest drives I've ever seen, if you put it all together. I know it wasn't like the biggest spotlight, but
Mendoza's the real deal. I have to admit, he's good. And those two catches, the one on the sideline and then the back of the end zone, were wow.
Yes. Get your popcorn out. But glad he transferred from Cal and it's all working out, because I think he was stuck out west there and wasn't quite finding his way. So this coach from Indiana's got it going on. And then I saw a weird. I won't say a degenerate, but I play DraftKings, so I saw Oregon State lost to Sam Houston, and the quarterback had 40-something yards passing. It was almost laughable. I was like, this is how far Oregon State and the so-called Pac-12. I know it's not the Pac-12 anymore, but you know, they should not be losing that game.
And Ed Orgeron wants that job.
Ed Orgeron wants to be the coach at Oregon State. Hey, and don't dismiss Oregon State and Washington State being ACC members real soon.
Oh, Lord. Gosh, darn. I hope not. And then I got one more for MJ.
That'll help our conference. That'll help our
definitely help
APR, right?
Yeah. That'll help
so we'll get 0-calorie wins on that one. So, MJ, I'm going to throw this out to you, buddy.
Uh-huh.
I think you're an Avalanche fan, correct?
That would be right.
All right. Well, I'm from New York, and I root for the Rangers, and I don't know if you've been following them at all, but this weird anomaly they got going on. It's their 100th season, right?
Yep.
They cannot win a game at home. They can't even score. It's embarrassing.
It is. Yep.
And then they're like 7-1-1 on the road. It's the most ridiculous start I've ever seen to a hockey season. So I just wanted to leave y'all with that. Hope you have a good day, and if I don't talk to you before then, happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Appreciate the phone call. Yeah, that's how are your Avalanche doing, by the way?
Put 9 on the damn board the other night.
9 goals in one game?
Won 9-1, baby.
Damn. I don't think I've ever seen 9 goals in one game.
First place.
Oh, how about that? Well, good for you. All right. 2 Cleveland Indians pitchers.
Oh my, yes.
We're getting our national news out of the way here.
Oh, this is
2 Cleveland Indian pitchers have been arrested for, I don't even know how you describe it. Tipping pitches.
That sounds right.
Throwing pitches.
Tipping pitches. Yeah.
Gamblers. So they threw balls on certain pitches, and the degenerate gamblers would actually bet on the pitch.
Yeah.
Where the pitch was going to be, and the pitchers I guess, they wear the little earpiece now.
Yeah, because the catcher can push. He's got like a little thing on his wrist now. Instead of throwing the numbers down.
Right.
He can go inside fastball.
Right. So they've got the little earpiece. So I guess they convey where they're going to throw the pitch so the degenerate gamblers can bet on the pitch. And then they get paid.
I'm slowly moving to the side of maybe we should ban prop bets. Or at least these little stupid fantasy games. That's, by the way, how you skirt the rules of gambling.
Right.
You call it fantasy. Where you can make bets on the next pitch.
All right, let me read so I can. I didn't read the whole story because it's 3 pages long, and I ain't got time to deal with all that in the morning.
Yeah.
But Cleveland Guardians pitchers, did I say Indians earlier?
Who cares?
Yes, Jesus. Cleveland Guardians pitchers Emmanuel Clace and Luis Ortiz have been indicted on charges they took bribes from sports bettors to throw certain types of pitches, including tossing balls instead of strikes to ensure successful bets. So we're betting on individual pitches now.
Yes. And I know
According to the indictment, unsealed Sunday in federal court in Brooklyn, the highly paid hurlers took several $1,000s in payoffs to help 2 unnamed gamblers from their native Dominican Republic to win at least $460,000 on in-game prop bets on the speed and outcome of certain pitches.
You can bet on the speed of the pitch now, too.
Son of a bitch.
I know what sites they are, but I'm not going to give them publicity.
This is weird, man. I mean, I wonder how many players in how many sports are doing such a thing.
Oh, it's every sport.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you could literally, as a player, if you wanted to, get paid for everything.
Yes.
Get paid. You go up there without the coach calling it and tell the bettors, I'm going to bunt on this play.
Hey, if it's
so you bet on bunting.
Yeah, if it's 3-2 and we're down by 2, watch for me to bunt.
Right. I mean, you could literally do anything.
Yeah.
A goalie in hockey.
Well, I mean,
or in soccer or whatever could just accidentally let one go by.
Yeah, oopsie. I mean, I hate this. And this has killed my love for just about every sport, Alan.
Yeah.
Because now I'm literally doing that watching a hockey game and a soccer game too. I'm literally doing that. I'm watching the goaltender closely going, could they have really saved that?
I mean, couldn't a soccer player legitimately get himself kicked out of a game with a couple of yellow cards and tell the gamblers, I'm going to get kicked out of not the next game,
it's
but
happened
4 games from now?
It's happened. In Italy, I am not making this up. In Italy had one of these scandals not 5 years ago.
Wow.
Where they literally had to cut a team down 2 divisions because the cheating on that team was so rampant.
I'm just telling you, it could be like, it could be prevalent in every sport.
Yes.
I mean, basketball is a given.
Oh,
I'm going to miss 6 shots in a row.
Well, basketball and hockey, definitely, because you can control. And if you don't think those guys can control slap shots, you ain't seen nothing. I mean, I'll bet you anything. You get somebody like Ovechkin. who can still do magic, and all of a sudden he's missing stuff left, right, and center.
I mean, as something as inane as, all right, this game bet the over on my turnovers. I'm going to turn the ball over.
Oh, gosh.
I'm talking about
yes.
basketball. I'm going to turn it over 5 times.
Does anybody remember Tulane in the 1980s?
Yeah, I know they had a point shaving scandal.
It was so bad they shut the team down for, 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, it just it could be just like you could be rampant.
It could be
in every sport. These guys. That's why, I mean, literally, why pro sports never wanted to be in Vegas. They never wanted gamblers to be within the realm of their sport.
Well, yeah, but now it's, that's all for the ESPN Bet pregame show. Let's go to DraftKings Arena.
They're embracing it. I know they need more revenue streams. I get it. But, I mean, is sports gambling like bigger than it's ever been ever before?
And I
guess it is.
I have to feel like it's more addictive than crack too.
It probably is. I mean, especially if you get down. If you're behind thousands of dollars.
Oh, but next week my team will win,
right.
and I'll make it all back. Yeah.
This is ridiculous, and so now these pitchers are, telling the gamblers what speed they're going to throw the pitch.
Watch a college football or an NFL game, and when you see a player maybe step out without anybody around, I don't think they'll make it that obvious. But, maybe their toes suddenly slips out of bounds.
Yeah.
Something like that. You will now sit there and you will go, did he do that on purpose because he's got money on this game?
Well, I know for a fact that certain golfers, now maybe not gambling per se, but drug issues.
Yeah.
And they disappeared for a while because of a
drug issue,
a mysterious injury. They had a mysterious injury, but they were told by the tour, we don't want you around for a while.
Yeah, well,
you need to go away for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you stories. I'm not going to say who or why.
Well,
but I can tell you stories.
That's the other thing. And especially watching some of these Eastern European players, they may be purposely throwing a couple games because their girlfriend's tied up in a basement. This is not a joke, by the way. No. I'm not doing a bit. Ovechkin has even admitted to this.
These mobsters, man, they have no shame.
No, yeah, they'll come kidnap your girlfriend, your mama, whoever. You're going to throw this game because we got $1 million riding on it.
Exactly. Says Clace, the Guardians' former closer, and Ortiz, the starter, have been on non-disciplinary paid leave.
Oh, of course they got paid leave.
Since July. When Major League Baseball started investigating what it said was an unusually high in-game betting activity when they pitched. Some of the games in question were in April, May, and June. This thing could go, way underground. Oh. Way underground. That is sad, man. But it's happening every day in every sport, I'll bet you. I bet
it's happening in marble racing, too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Unintended. I'll bet you. Back on the uncommon voice of the common fan.
There's an event space, and then there's the Sapphire Room by Finn's, one of the PD's best-kept secrets. This luxurious private venue stuns with modern elegance, seating up to 86 guests, crystal lighting, a full catering kitchen, a sleek bar, smart TVs, even a smart board, perfect for business or celebration. Corporate meetings, baby showers, rehearsal dinners, watch parties, graduations. The Sapphire Room, nothing else around here compares. Contact us at 843-317-9426 or follow us on Facebook. Team Spirit starts with Chick-fil-A Irby Street. Fuel your crew with our nugget trays, Cool Wrap, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for any event, as well as tailgates, pep rallies, and Friday night lights. Need it quick? Score big with the Chick-fil-A app. Order ahead and earn rewards. We're open Monday through Saturday, 6:30 to 10. Chick-fil-A Irby Street, your go-to for tailgates, catering, and everything delicious.
Pause up, Petey. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, hockey is back in the region. Season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a single hit, fight, or goal of the PD Ice Cats inaugural season. Go to our website at pdprohockey.com for more information. Once again, that's pdprohockey.com to join the Ice Cats faithful today.
It's the final days of High Point Furniture's huge warehouse sale, going on now in Florence and Sumter. They're clearing out inventory with deep discounts on sofas, sectionals, dining sets, recliners, and more. Fast local delivery and the best prices of the year. Easy approval, so hurry in. When it's gone, it's gone. Visit them at 1916 West Evans Street in Florence or 873 Broad Street in Sumter. High Point Furniture, top-notch service, unbeatable savings. Gamecock and Tiger fans, stop by KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win. KJ's Markets and Gatorade are giving away pairs of tickets to USC and Clemson home games all season long. College football fans, it's the best time of year, and Gatorade wants you to be in the middle of all the action. Stop by your local participating KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win USC or Clemson football tickets.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Right now, the Salvation Army needs your help to keep our food pantry shelves full. Many families in our communities are struggling to put meals on the table, and your donation of non-perishable foods can make a real difference. Drop off your canned goods, boxed meals, and other shelf-stable items at 2210 Hoffmeyer Road in Florence, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Together, we can fight hunger and bring hope to our neighbors in need. The Salvation Army, doing the most good.
Do you want to play a great quality golf course in our area? Fox Creek Golf Club is the best value in the PD. Come play around at Fox Creek and see for yourself. You won't be disappointed. Fox Creek Golf Club, minutes from Florence, Hartsville, and Sumter. Book your tee time today.
Not all kids with crooked teeth can afford braces. Luckily, there's donated orthodontic services from the American Association of Orthodontists. Kids who qualify can be matched with a volunteer orthodontist. Visit aaoinfo.org.
Lord knows I pay my dues down in Music City, and I sold my soul down in lower Mississippi. I pounded the pavement from Manhattan to the Queens, then broke down like the levee in New Orleans. Now I'm downtown
Chucktown, OKC. Yeah, that's my boy Jim Quick and the 843. Hey, it's officially holiday season. Yes, it is. We're into November now, and you can count on Cutwater and Stella Artois to keep spirits bright and glasses full at every celebration. Cutwater cocktails are the go-to ready-to-drink cocktail lineup for the winter season with a variety of flavors perfectly mixed for your holiday moments. Featuring standout seasonal favorites like vodka espresso, martini, vodka mule, and white Russian. Cutwater makes hosting effortless and festive. And whether you're trimming the tree, gathering with friends, or kicking back after holiday shopping, Cutwater offers bar-quality taste without the cocktail shaker. And Stella Artois also brings that classic elevated holiday feel. Crisp, refreshing, and perfect for toasting all season long. Celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. This message from the good folks at Southern Crown Partners, Mickey Finn's one-stop party shop, where you can get your Cutwater cocktails and Stella Artois, and the Press Box, Teammates for Life. Mickey Finn's located on the Pamplico Highway, Cashua, near 5 Points, and the Warehouse Superstore out off I-95 across from Buc-ee's. All right, closing out the hour with a lot of NASCAR news from over the weekend. I saw a piece with Kenny Wallace. He was just giving NASCAR the business over this antitrust lawsuit that is being, held up by the judge. The judge said it can go forward now, so we are zeroing in on December 1st that and NASCAR wants to mediate now. They want to settle now.
No, really?
Really, yeah. And Kenny Wallace was saying, I wonder why they're so eager to settle now. After all these months, we're getting close to December 1st, and now they want to settle.
Yeah. And then you got Rick Hendrick and Roger Penske going, I ain't testifying.
Yeah, I wrote that down too. Rick Hendrick, Roger Penske opposing efforts to be deposed in the antitrust lawsuit. They want no part of it. Absolutely not, because they know where their butter is breaded.
I was about to say,
if you know what I mean.
They don't want their real answer having to be said out loud.
Yeah. And Connor Zilic is considering the Memorial Day double, doing the Indy 500 followed by the Coca-Cola 600. I mean, Kyle Larson has tried it a couple of years in a row, and it just ain't worked out for him. So let's see if Connor Zilic, now the, Superman in the Xfinity series, trying to do it on the bigger stage. And A.J. Allmendinger, my boy, the Dinger, is said he is going to compete in the Rolex 24 at Daytona. Jimmy Johnson has done that past couple of years. I think he stopped doing it because it just wore him out. 24 hours of racing.
It's endurance.
Now, they don't do all 24 themselves.
No,
they
usually
do like
8 hours,
3, 4, 5 hours at a time.
Yeah.
Then they jump out and somebody else jumps in. So they do maybe 4-hour stretches, like 3 times with 3 other guys, and so that's a cool race though. You win a Rolex watch if you win that damn thing. I don't wear watches, but I'd love to have a Rolex.
I mean, who
Wouldn't
wouldn't?
you?
Well, I'd like to have a Tag Heuer, but yeah, I mean, still,
Well, that's all right.
still, I mean, that's like asking if I want a Mercedes Benz.
Right. I wouldn't mind having a Rolex watch. But, all right. And our 4A teams and our 1A teams in the PD showed out.
Yes.
Over the weekend. We all of our teams are still in it.
How about Wilson, man? Going down.
Wilson.
May River.
Going on the road.
And
getting the win.
Their reward, Now they have to go even further to Hilton Head.
Yeah. But Carver's Bay in 1A, Central of Pageland in 2A, Dillon and Loris in 3A, and Hartsville and South Florence in 4A. I'm counting on them. I'm not betting on them. That's a bad word now, betting.
Yeah.
I'm counting on them to get to the state championship, or at least the lower state championship game.
Although Hartsville's got a mountain to climb this weekend.
Yeah, but hey, we're gonna take a look at how we did when we come back, and then we'll let you hear from Dabo and how the Clemson Tigers did on the other side. This is the uncommon voice of the common.
Hey there, landowners. Owning land is a lot of work, and we all dread the upkeep and maintenance, especially when help is hard to find.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I can help with it all. If you're tired of the runaround, call D&M Farm Service, where honesty and experience meets your land needs. I'm the handshake behind the D&M, and I'm asking you for the opportunity to earn your business.
Forestry, mulching and clearing, driveways, pond banks, bush hogging, ditching, fencing, tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding. You name it, call Mike. He's got your land covered. No job too small.
Owning land's tough, but we make it easier. Honest, reliable, and dependable service. From one landowner to another, D&M Farm Services has you covered. Let D&M Farm Services be the helping hand with your land.
Call or text for free estimates and let them make your land maintenance a little easier. D&M Farm Service. Phone 843-496-0703. That's 843-496-0703.
Tried to cook a simple breakfast this morning, burned the bacon, undercooked the eggs, and now your smoke alarm is filing a complaint? Yeah, it's time to leave it to the pros. Start your day the tasty way at Venus Restaurant and Catering. We're serving up sizzling bacon, fluffy pancakes, and hearty home-cooked meals made fresh every morning. At Venus, we serve comfort food with a creative twist. Whether you come in for breakfast or lunch, it's always fast, fresh, and satisfying. Planning an event? Let us cater it. We can handle any event, big or small, fancy or casual. You tell us what you want, and we'll bring the flavor to you. Let us take the stress off your plate. Fuel your day the Venus way, where every bite feels like home. We also want to thank everyone for letting us serve you with love since 1977. Venus Restaurant and Catering is serving up smiles Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., and Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
They are like no other. They are the heroes, the warriors, the ones who are always there. Pepsi of Florence, Lee's Tire and Auto, Palmetto Mining, and community broadcasters salute our first responders of the PD. We thank our police, sheriff's deputies, firefighters, and EMTs. Join us along with White Swan Cleaners, A&J Firearms, Big A Auto Sales, Venus Restaurant and Catering, Blackjack Harley Davidson, Dreaming Ink Tattoos of Florence and Hartsville, the Florence Center, and Darlington Chainsaw in honoring these great men and women by nominating them for our First Responders Call to Courage. Head on over to scfirstresponders.com and fill out the form. We will be recognizing 8 first responders on 99.3 The Cat with Palmer in the morning and have them tell us their stories on the air. While others run from dangerous situations, these first responders run toward the danger to help us. We encourage you to go to scfirstresponders.com today and nominate a local hero.
Let's be real. Car shopping can be a headache. You know, you pull into a dealership, the salespeople are all outside following your car around until one of them springs into action, jumps on the hood of your car while holding onto your wiper blades, and is talking to you through the windshield, just trying to pressure you into buying their vehicle. Not at Big A Auto Sales. We keep it simple. No pushy salespeople, just honest deals that fit your needs. Bad credit? No sweat. Good credit? Hey, even better. We have options, and our team will work hard to get you behind that wheel today. Stop stressing. Start driving. Because at Big A Auto Sales, the A stands for approved. Come see us at Big A Auto Sales, 1216 North Cashua Drive. Or call our team at 843-661-7272. Or you can look us up at bigaflorence.net. Check out our inventory.
From the Florence Toyota Studios, home of the Press Box with Alan Smothers, WOLH Florence, 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Back for hour 2, straight up 8 o'clock. And I said we were going to do our high school stuff, and I think I'm going to hold that to the third hour. But we both did very, very well this week in our picks, MJ. You beat me by 1 in the high school, and I beat you by 1 in the college picks. You were 24-3 in the high school picks in the first round of the playoffs. I was 23-4, and I was 15-5. You were 14-6 in the college picks, and so I'm still 11 ahead of you in the high school picks. No, actually, I'm sorry, 1 ahead of you in the high school picks because you made up a game. 1 game. I'm 1 game ahead of you in the high school picks, but I am 11 games ahead of you in the college picks. So we'll.
I've pretty much surrendered high school at this point, or college at this point.
We'll catch up in the next hour on that. But before we go to Dabo, let's tell you about Rivals, a store divided. Yeah, baby, we love us some Rivals. The Mecca for Gamecock and Tiger sports fans alike. Everything you could ever imagine with Gamecocks and Tiger paws emblazoned on them will surely be found at the Carolina Clemson Superstore. More merchandise is arriving daily, so you can literally go to Rivals on Trade Court in Florence, across from the McLeod Fitness Center, every other day and find something you've never seen before. From shirts, caps, car flags, home decor, jewelry, jerseys, tailgate supplies, everything but the food and drink for your tailgate will be found at Rivals. Handbags, pet supplies, who knows what all. It's all at Rivals, a store divided. You can't miss it. Right off David McLeod Boulevard. Just look for the garnet and black stripes beside the orange and purple stripes down the back side of the building. That's Rivals, a store divided. Don't forget to tell them you heard about it right here in the press box. All right, let's talk some college football from the weekend after holding the nation's #1 offense to a season low in points and yards. Clemson's bowl hopes live on for another week. The much-maligned Tiger defense held Florida State to 360 yards in their 24-10 win over the Seminoles Saturday night in Death Valley. The previous low for yards and points was 382 and 13. So, pretty good deal. And I took Clemson and laid the 1.5. So I did that in the South Carolina Network picks. We have to pick against the spread. So I'd have gotten rich this week because I went 5-0 against the spread. Probably a lot of people. There's 13 of us that pick in the South Carolina Network poll. So I probably a bunch of the 13 got 5 right this week. But Clemson improved to 4-5 overall, 3-4 in the ACC. Florida State dropped to 4-5, 1-5 in the conference. It was the Tigers' first win over a Power 4 team at home in over a year, and their 9th win in the last 10 meetings with the Seminoles. Clemson controlled the game from start to finish for really the first time this season. While the offense only managed 319 yards, it was a clean game as quarterback Cade Klubnik completed 19 of 26 for 221 yards and a touchdown. He also added a rushing score. Adam Randall carried the ball 15 times for 48 yards. Gideon Davidson added 10 rushes for 39 yards. Antonio Williams led receivers with 5 catches for 62 yards and a score. Florida State quarterback Tommy Castellanos was only 20 for 38 for 203 yards, a touchdown, and an INT. Clemson travels to Louisville for a Friday night tilt with the Cardinals this Friday night. 8 o'clock kickoff Friday night. Remember that, Tigers. I know you've given up on the football team by now, but Friday night, 8 o'clock at Louisville for Clemson. Here's Dabo Sweeney.
Unfortunately, a guy went down. Do you have any update on her?
Oh, no. No. I mean, she's not crying, so.
Just a special night. It was a great moment for our team. Saw a little bit of swagger from those guys, which was great to see. Just love the effort, love the toughness. I love their belief. And, just their stick-to-itness, just their resilience. I mean, it's just fun to see. And for those seniors, I tried to find all of them as many as I could right there before we got off the sideline. Just, I'm just so thankful that God had some favor on them tonight to taste a victory in their last ever night game in the Valley. It was a blessing. It was just awesome. And I'm so happy for those guys. I mean, Blake Miller starting his 50th game. I mean, Tyler Venables, Cape Hart, the 6-year guys, Walker Parks, Tristan, Big Rye, Adam Randall, Antonio, Cade. I mean, these guys are just warriors, man. And I'm just so happy for them to be able to taste that tonight and to be able to celebrate with them. And I know it hadn't been a great season record-wise, but, man, I don't care what the records are, it don't ever get old to beat the Noles. And it ain't ever easy to beat the Noles, ever. And, my 17 years as the head coach, it's pretty much been us or Florida State. I think Georgia Tech won it my first year, I think in 2009. We got beat in that game. And then Pitt won it a year. And I think outside of that, it's been Clemson and Florida State. So this is a huge game. And again, I don't care what the records are. And I'm just really proud of our team. That was the number one offense in the country coming in here. Really explosive. Really run the football. One of the top 10 rushing offenses, one of the best scoring offenses, scoring 40 points a game. And so I'm really proud of our defense. Season low 10 points, season low rushing for them, season low yards for them. And, 6 sacks. We did a lot of good things, the 2 takeaways. We caught a couple breaks too, with some drop balls, which we were really fortunate on. But they just hung in there and they battled. They created we had Jack. I thought Jack Smith's been awesome all year, but he had he was awesome tonight. He had 3 inside the 20 and a 50-something yarder, but he had a shank, and he really hadn't done that. And the defense goes out there and gets a fumble recovery, and that's really what we haven't done, as much this year. And for Jeremiah to come up with it, Alexander had a fumble recovery and a sack tonight. So to take it away, and then. One of the best plays of the night was Corey and Gibson tracking the ball, finding the ball, PBU, and tipping it up in the air for Ricardo to get the interception. So I'm just really proud of how they competed. And then offensively, man, Cade's awesome. I mean, he's just a warrior. Dude is a competitor. It's back-to-back weeks. He's barely been able to practice. This week it was a quad. His ankle was fine, but he couldn't hardly walk all the way till Thursday. And each day I'd be like, he'd take very limited reps. I'd say, Cade, and he'd say, I'll be ready by Saturday. I'll be ready. And Thursday, I said, Cade, he's like, I'll be ready. And he's just unbelievably committed. He's tough as they come, and kid cares so much. And I'm just really proud of him. All those guys, those seniors are amazing. I mean, Antonio, Adam, Blake, Rod, Tristan, all them guys, Walker. I mean, they're just out there grinding and battling. What a great play by Antonio on the flea flicker. That was a heck of a finish on the ball. Great job by Cade to put it up there where he could go up and make a play on it. A couple big 4th downs. And then, I think another thing that some situational football with the way the the way the game was late. You got to be smart, and you feel like you got control of the game and creating some field position, kind of putting them up against it. It worked out for us. So, yes, again, really happy, proud of the team, and if we can find a way to bottle that up, we could have a great finish. But we're just going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we're right back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow we lose a day this week, so there's been a lot of kind of extra work this week to try to be ready when the team comes in tomorrow at 4. We'll staff obviously before that, but quick turnaround because we'll play Friday night against a good Louisville team. So, but we'll enjoy it for a few hours here and then show back up here ready to go tomorrow. But just proud of our team, and especially for those seniors, and again, really appreciate our fans and just the awesome environment it was.
Coach, fourth down conversion on that opening drive, the completion to Pat Henry, how important was it to get off to such a good start offensively, set the tone? Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, offense set the tone. And I told him on Tuesday that when we scored, we were going to go up 2 scores because I felt like we had the 2-point conversion that we could get. And it should have been a walk. I got to watch it on tape. Somebody must have come off the double team because really just, I mean, it was there. So, did a great job. We booked the one guy, and Clay did a good job, and Nolan did a good job. But, that was big because they put us up 2 scores, and then it was 15, and now you're 3 scores in that situation. So then it was 18. So I thought they were kind of chasing that for a little while, but it just set the tone. I mean, the fourth down conversions, the 2-point there, just a really great job, and then the stop on downs, and we had a couple stops on downs. Obviously the 2 takeaways really just kind of fed each other, and so just really happy for them. Just fun to see them celebrate, and again, if we can kind of bottle that up and play some complimentary football, we can have a good finish.
Was that something you guys saw on film with the 2-point?
Yep.
Was it just like wanting to set the tone?
No, it was just there. Yeah, it was just there. Yeah, it was just something that we'd like. This is there. We might as well take it. So.
Did Cade get hurt against the 2?
Yeah. On the corner cat that got us, hit him right in the thigh, and he could hardly walk. It was swollen up. So yeah, he really couldn't even practice much. He got just a little bit better each day. Did nothing Monday, hardly anything Tuesday, a little bit on Wednesday, a little bit more on Thursday. But I mean, he's just a relentless competitor, and I'm just proud of his leadership. Kid plays with a lot of joy, plays with a lot of toughness, and he's taking care of the football. That's the other thing. It's back-to-back weeks we've taken care of the ball, and it was good to get some turnovers tonight, and again, good to get some sacks. Avion had 2 sacks with the corner blitzes. Sammy had a sack. Helt had a sack. Jeremiah, Kobe had a sack. A couple of those you get credited sack because he ran out of bounds or something. But just 6 sacks, it was big for us to be able to get that done. And then 6 of 18 on 3rd and 4th down was a good job.
Looked like there were a couple plays Cade could have had big plays with his legs if he was 100%, but like the throw to Bentoncourt in the end zone there. But yeah,
we'd like to have seen him run that. But yeah, it's a miracle that he was even out there running at all. But yeah, if he and I think he'll get better. I think it's one of those things getting better each day. So I'd say he might be a little sore tomorrow, but probably by Monday he'll be even better.
Coach, last 6 games, offense is averaging over 450 yards a game. Cade, 13 total touchdowns to just 2 turnovers in his last 5 games. I feel like the offense is hitting their stride at the right time of the season.
Yeah, that's kind of, again, what we envisioned coming into this thing, and just miscued on some stuff early on. But, yeah, they're really playing well. I mean, honestly, it played pretty good at Georgia Tech. We just had the 2 turnovers that were critical. Played pretty good, especially in the second half against Syracuse. Did some great stuff against SMU, even though Cade didn't play. So, I mean, we've been fairly productive, but I thought North Carolina, Boston College, we kind of hit a little rhythm. And, obviously the Duke game, we did a lot of good stuff in that game. from an offensive standpoint. But, yeah, we just got to put it all together. Got to put it all together, and tonight we did. You know, we got some stops, we got some turnovers, we had some nice special teams plays. I mean, how awesome for Flo, man. There's nobody that loves Clemson more than Florenzo. And for his last play ever in the Valley to be down in the ball on the 1-yard line, I mean, how cool was that for our snapper? That was awesome. Casperson, I mean, with some big operation snaps tonight for the 3 field goals by Nolan. You saw a lot of contributions from all those seniors.
Don't forget about Clay Sweeney.
Yeah, big Clay. I mean, it was huge. Yeah, Clay did his job. Clay's just steady, man. You know, you don't notice him, and that's a good thing. You know, he just does his job.
Yeah, but your defense, I imagine this week, you and the defensive coaches challenged those guys to really be stronger than you showed the last couple of games. You must have been very pleased at how they worked and how they accepted that challenge.
Yeah, and especially against the run, because these guys are that's what they do. And so obviously the sacks helped, but we put some pressure on them. They popped a couple of them on us, but they just showed up with the right mentality. And there's still some things we got to clean up. I mean, they put a lot of pressure on you, especially when you're in your 3 deep concepts and they're running wheel routes with double posts and they're draining you. So there's some things that were on tape that we're going to have to get better at. We turned a wheel route loose with the backer one time, just kind of got our eyes caught up. But, but hey, we didn't have many breaks this year, so we got a few, but we created some too. And I'm really proud of the defense. They showed up with the right mentality, and that quarterback is a nightmare. I mean, he is a good football player. He's tough, and we almost got him a couple other times. But I was just really proud of how they competed up front. I thought Wade made some big plays. We put him behind the chains a lot. And, another tough call on 4th down on the same end of the field there. But I'm out of money, so I can't complain about it. So I got termites in my pockets.
Maybe they were mad that you sent them 10,000 pennies.
Yeah.
You had just one penalty aside from that inexplicable PI call, so you have to be pleased with that.
Yeah. Is that it? I thought it was another one.
There's 2 penalties.
Two.
Unnecessary roughness, yeah.
Yeah, that one. We'll have to look at that one too. That was tough. I mean, it was a tough one. Because, he's running, chasing him from behind, and he doesn't know he's sliding. He's just trying to get him down. And that was kind of a tough one. I had to see that one on tape. But just proud of the resilience. I mean, these guys, again, again, our record isn't what we hoped it would be right now, but to see these guys fighting the way they fight, that's all you need to know about what's under the hood with all these guys. They're made of the right stuff, and that's going to serve them well, forever. And a lot of these guys are going to go on and play pro ball. If I'm a scout, I'm watching. I think coming into this week, 14 of the 32 teams in the NFL are 3-5 or worse, almost half the league. And so, if I'm a scout, I'm watching all these teams. I'm watching teams that maybe haven't had a year. Like, how do you respond? How do you play when maybe it hadn't gone the way you want to? And, man, you turn on the tape and watch Blake Miller and Antonio Williams and Adam Randall and Tristan Lee and Walker and Ryan and Wade Woodaz and all these guys. Man, them guys, Capehart, these guys they're playing their butts off. They're competing their tails off. So I'm proud of them. Again, that's who they are.
Did you get an explanation for the Khalil Barnes interception at the end of the first half? Why they?
Yeah, he's got to get his. Yeah, he got his toe in, but where it was, he's got to get the heel down. It's a toe heel call, so that's what it was.
Coach, you mentioned Blake Miller starting his 50th consecutive career game today. What does it mean to you to hear him hit that milestone? Yeah,
it's amazing. He actually gave a speech. Blake don't say a whole lot, but Blake gave a speech in the locker room. It was awesome. There's a reason why that's never been done by a non-specialist. 50 straight games at an offensive line. First of all, you got to be really, really special to start as a freshman in the offensive line, your first game, and then you got to be able to stay available. And that guy's amazing. He's going to be a great pro. He ain't going to wait long to hear his name called, and somebody's going to get a special player right there. He's just one of the most committed guys, and he's the same guy. He is the same guy that showed, I mean, he's never changed. He loves Clemson. He loves his teammates. He loves to practice. He loves to train. He loves to play football. He loves all of it. It's just amazing how he takes care of himself. So really happy for him, and it was a special moment in the locker room with him.
You mentioned the sack and the turnover for Jeremiah. Just what do you continue to see out of him as the season's progressed?
Well, he's gaining confidence. You know, everybody knows that Jeremiah was a highly recruited guy coming out of high school, but he was an edge guy, and but he was an edge guy in a linebacker body, and he needed to make a move, and so at Alabama he made the move and started building some fundamentals and foundation playing line, but he really didn't play, hardly, and then he got hurt, so he really didn't. He just hadn't had much game experience at backer. And then he comes here, so learning, kind of the terminology and the system and all that, and just getting to where he's not out there thinking. And he's just gotten better and better and better and better. Because now his attributes are starting to shine, because he's not playing hesitant, because he can run, he's physical, he's a violent player. So I think he's just going to keep going. He's got another year, and he needs it. But I'm really proud of him because he's one of the best kids I've ever met and been around. And I'm just proud of his progression. Ben's done a great job with him, but there's more there. There's more there, but you're starting to see, some of the fruits of his work that he's put in.
Coach, you mentioned the atmosphere tonight. Cade mentioned earlier in his presser, it's the most electric Tiger Walk he's seen in a long time in his 4 years here, and being Hall of Fame night. Former players Chester McLaughlin, DeAndre Hopkins, and of course the great Tim Beret getting inducted. And finally, you can finally say this was complimentary football. What's your thoughts on just the game as a whole and just moving forward with the environment, the atmosphere that the Clemson fan show was like a game from the early 2000s when you first arrived?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, Tim Beret told me that there was no way we were losing on the same day he was going in the Hall of Fame. So I knew felt pretty good. Tim don't talk a lot of trash, but he's like the babe. He called his shot, so felt pretty good about that. And I'm happy for Chester and his family, and just him being honored the way he was, and certainly Nuke. Happy for all them, but it was awesome. Yeah, and Tiger Walk was amazing. I mean, our fans were, just all. But that's who Clemson is. I mean, Clemson. That's Clemson people. They love the Tigers, and they hang in there, So it was. I'm just thankful that our players got to experience that, especially one more night game for these seniors. It was really cool, and again, happy for our fans. They did an awesome job, and all the event people and all the stuff who do all the lights and all that stuff. I mean, it was rocking when we got off the bus to come to the Rock. I mean, there was just so much, juice in that stadium. And I mean, I couldn't see my. It was so dark at the end of the game. I was trying to see how much time was going to be left on the clock. I was trying to milk the clock right there at the end. I couldn't read my dang card because it was so dark in there. We had a light show going on, but it was awesome. It was great. And again, just happy for our fans. And like I said, Clemson, Florida State. I mean, I've been a part, since 2003, I've been a part of them, and they ain't never easy. And that was a really dangerous football team that we just beat. And we found a way to get it done. I got a lot of respect for Mike and his staff. And that's not a team you get excited about playing when you watch them on tape. So thankful we were able to find a way to get it done. And again, thankful for the environment. And as I said, if we can just kind of bottle that up, that complimentary football, those takeaways, winning that turnover margin, we can have a great finish. And that's all we can focus on. So again, it ain't gonna be easier. Louisville's a really good football team. Beat us last year, going up there on Friday night. That won't be easy, short week. But we'll reload, reset, and we're gonna go give everything we got.
Oh, wow. That sounded a little bit more upbeat this week, didn't he?
Oh, boy. Dabo's gotten back to being chatty Dabo.
Oh, man. He was laughing. He was carrying on. And you know what? It's a whole lot better to win than lose. You know, losing sucks, but winning, it's a whole lot better than losing. All right, so Dabo, and he talked about Tim Beret, saying Tim Beret don't talk a lot of trash. He said, we ain't losing on the day I get put into the Hall of Fame. So he says, I felt pretty good about that. I would too, because Tim Beret is legit. And then he got Nuke Hopkins and Chester McLaughlin, and all of them got put in there. That's pretty good. All right, we're going to have some Coastal Carolina coach when we get back, as they won big yesterday or Saturday as well. Stay right there.
Sports this morning on the Sports Talk Media Network. Online at sportstalksc.com. South Carolina was up 16, then down 9, but rallied to beat Southern Miss in overtime, 83-79 last night at the Colonial Life Arena. Michi Johnson finished with a career-high 33 points. Tyler Shuck threw for 282 and 2 scores as New Orleans beat Carolina 17-7 at Bank of America Stadium. The Saints end a 4-game losing streak as they outgained the Panthers 388-175. Bryce Young only 124 yards passing and turned the ball over twice. Southern Conference members Samford fired their head football coach Chris Hatcher, winning as coach in school history, but he's just 5-16 in the last 2 seasons, including 1-9 this season. Mike Sennett, Sports Talk Media Network.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at Lowe's.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, 2 powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, we can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education, with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
beautiful Monday morning. Blue skies, sunshine, but it's chilly out.
If you haven't been outside yet, bundle up today, kids.
Watch out. Yeah, you'll look out the window and go, man, it's beautiful. It's got to probably be 75 degrees. No.
Oh, no. It'll go from hoodie weather in the morning to, damn, I need that second cup of hot chocolate this afternoon.
This is the time of year, though, isn't it, when you run out of jackets?
Yes.
Because you wear your jacket out in the morning, and then by the time midday comes, you take it off and throw it in the back seat. And then the next morning, you got to find another jacket.
That's why I love having a hook right at the door. Like, okay, just take my hoodie off at the door.
Yeah, but you don't you take your hoodie off because it's too warm in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And you just heave it in the back seat of the car, and then you forget.
And then it's like a coat drive, and by December in the back of the car.
Then after a week or two, you have to go get all your coats out of the back seat of your car, because I've done that so many times, it's crazy. All right, we're halfway through the show, and it's time to talk some Coastal Carolina football now. CCU head coach Tim Beck said it was probably one of the weirdest stats in college football when asked earlier in the week about the series between Coastal and Georgia State. In the previous 8 meetings, the visiting team had won every game, including Coastal's 48-27 win in Atlanta last season that clinched bowl eligibility for the Chanticleers. Fast forward a year, and that weird stat is no longer a talking point. But guess what? They earned bowl eligibility with the win over Georgia State. Quarterback Samari Collier took Coastal's first play from scrimmage 85 yards for a touchdown to set the tone as Coastal defeated Georgia State 40-27 in front of an announced homecoming crowd of 18,878 at Brooks Stadium in Conway on Saturday. My son was there. He's going to homecoming because he's a Coastal graduate. The win was not only the first for the home team in the series, but also clinched bowl eligibility for CCU for the 6th straight season. Collier accounted for 246 of those total offensive yards and 4 touchdowns as Coastal Carolina powered past Georgia State on Saturday night and earned its 4th straight victory in the hunt for the Sun Belt East Division title while becoming bowl eligible. Yeah, they had to write it 3 or 4 times. The Chanticleers piled up 444 yards of offense, including 324 on the ground, and held the Panthers scoreless for nearly 3 full quarters after a 14-14 first period shootout. The 324 yards rushing marked the first time since November of 21 that Coastal has eclipsed 300 yards running. And Samari Collier was 11 of 18 for 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. He rushed for 123 yards and a score on 10 carries. Carmelo English had 4 receptions for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. Javin Simpkins and Javon Edwards combined for 23 carries for 154 yards. And the defense also did its part. They forced 2 turnovers, an interception by Jamarian Wayne and a fumble recovery by Brown, and they tallied 2 sacks. And Tim Beck must have been in a very good mood as well, as he goes on for nearly 8 minutes in the postgame. Here's Tim Beck.
Yeah, just, a win's a win. It got a little interesting at the end, but, this 4 in a row, and this just continues the team's progression toward the goals that you guys want to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, we're you never look when you get a win, you got to be happy with the win at the end of the day. Yeah, it got little. I hate to use the word sloppy. It wasn't necessarily sloppy, They out executed us on the 2 onside kicks. Kicker did a great job, and we didn't use the technique. You don't want to fall on the ball, and you want to cradle it when it spins like that. We call it a watermelon onside kick, and it spins. It doesn't roll, and you can't fall on it because it squirts out, and that's what we did. And it's funny because we practiced it because we had seen it. We just didn't execute that on both times with that. So we gave them opportunities, gave them some life. I thought we got defensively maybe not as focused as the game was out of reach a little bit. And, you know, it's completion here, completion here. Next thing you know, it's a touchdown. And we had to lock back in. But at the end of the day, we made the plays we needed to make and got the win. And so I'm happy with that. And we move on to the next game.
So 324 yards rushing. Was it a matter of as the game progressed, it appeared they weren't going to be able to stop you on the ground and just continuing to do that, or was that essentially the game plan?
Well, you know, we've been running the ball effectively. We had some big runs today. Obviously, Samari on the first play of the game on the power read was a big one. But we did a good job. Again, our guys up front, Nick and the boys, did a great job. Our tight ends, our downfield blocking, which creates some of the big plays. You know, I felt like we not struggled. I mean, we were 5 for 5 in the red zone, but too many field goals. I'd like to see us score some touchdowns down there, but we just missed some throws. You know, we just missed some opportunities. But again, our guys just keep fighting. You know, I love them. They just keep believing. It doesn't matter what goes on. They just keep playing. And so, you know, I was really proud of them. I thought we did a great job rushing the ball for sure.
When it comes to the mentality of your football team, we're able to pound the rock and play that physical style, and then that matriculates to what you're able to do defensively. Does that really give your team just maybe an extra boost or a step, knowing that we're going to physically be in games so long as we don't trip ourselves up the way we did maybe earlier in the year?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've talked before, Joe, like, you know, you can call it coach talk, but we won the turnover battle again. We won third downs again. Like, that's real. And when you're doing those type of things, you got a chance to win the ball game. And that's what we've been doing. We've been smart with the football. We've made good decisions. Samari's done a really good job not forcing things when he doesn't have to. You know, defenses continually gets takeaways for us, especially late in the game, you know. We started fast on offense. That was one of the things we talked about. Let's start fast today, you know. We held them, got the ball, and went right down and scored on the first play. I mean, it couldn't have been any faster than that, probably. So unless we were to return the opening kickoff, but we were kicking off. But I was proud of our guys there. But, you know, I just think at the end we lost a little focus. It made me nervous, I could tell you that. So, but we found a way to pull it out at the end.
Coach, were you surprised how the first quarter went, just the back and forth and things along those lines? It just seemed like both defenses were a little on their heels in that first quarter with so many points in the offense. Was that something that kind of jumped out at you a little bit that, you know, thought maybe you were a little surprised the way that first
Yeah, a little bit, you know, but I'll be honest, I feel like sometimes defensively, because we do a unique defense, teams sometimes have different plans. So when we break a team down and we watch them, they're playing more conventional defenses. So that's what you practice against, right? You practice against these type of plays, this way they're going to block it. And then they come out and play us because we're a little different. Then they're a little different. And they might have a different way they're blocking something or a different adjustment to a formation or a split. And so we just have to see that. And Coach JJ and the staff's done a good job of recognizing that and then making the appropriate adjustments. They scored like the first 2 times I think they had the ball, and then not till in the fourth quarter. So we did a really good job the whole rest of the game defensively in terms of getting them off the field and getting the ball to the offense.
Coach, can you talk about just the run game opening up the pass game, the 2 touchdown passes from Collier to Carmelo English there in the second half, and just those 2 nice plays the run game helped open up?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and that's what happens, right? We've talked about that before. If you're able to run the football, they start committing a lot of guys to the run. Your play action game, your RPOs, your bootlegs, things of that nature, and that's what we did, right? We faked a run, and Melo's open in the back of the end zone, or we hit an RPO with them. We had it earlier in the first half, missed it. You know, Samari just missed them, but came back to it. We hit Gilly with it. But I kind of was joking with Samari. He threw it like 200 miles an hour at him. So, but yeah, I mean, that's this kind of stuff that's going to open up, and we have to, continue to execute. And then it creates big plays when you're able to do that, because it's really hard consistently to just drive the ball down the field and score.
Coach, I know you didn't want to really talk about it on Wednesday because you still have this game to play. But now that it's over, you get to your 6th win, you're bowl eligible for the 6th consecutive year. What's it mean for this program to be in that position, to know that 6 straight years in a row they've been able to, be eligible for a bowl?
Yeah, and that's part of the standard, right? Obviously, we want to play for championships, and that's still within reach. We have to take care of business, obviously, but the next part is, trying to get to a bowl game. And, like I talked on Wednesday, I'll be honest, like we really don't talk about that. We really haven't. We haven't even talked about that being a goal for ours, because for us right now, it's winning the championship as our ultimate goal, right? Our long-term goal. But our short-term goal is go 1-0 every day. Just try to be better and compete and play the game. Doesn't matter who we play. Take care of us. And, if we play the way we can play, we'll like the results. And of recently, that's what we've been doing, and it's equated to victories for us.
Coach, the more you win, the more importance the next games take on, because now you're playing for something. Just how excited are you and the team to know that if you win next week, you're basically guaranteed to be playing for a berth at the Sun Belt Championship?
I'll be honest, I don't know. We went down there and I said a prayer, thanked the good Lord upstairs, and congratulated our guys, and came up here. So haven't really talked about it. I'm sure that noise technically will be out there, but it's still about us. We got to take care of business, and it's the next game. They're all going to be big. They're all. Go back to the first week when we lost. The next game was a really big game, so they're all big.
As the monotone, Tim Beck.
They're all big. Yeah.
They're all big.
It's called November there, Tim.
Yeah. And a guy that broadcasting one of the games I was watching on Saturday kept getting it wrong. Sam Acho, I believe. I was watching the Marshall game. And he kept saying they always remember what happens in November or something like that. And I said, no, that's wrong. It's they only remember what happens in November. That's the saying. They only remember what happens in November.
Whether you're pushing limits at the gym, competing on the field, or simply living an active lifestyle, your body works hard every day. At the Body Mechanic in Florence, sports massage isn't just for pro athletes, it's for everybody. We loosen tight muscles, improve flexibility, boost recovery, and help prevent injuries, so you can perform at your best at any age. But it's not all high intensity. Our Swedish relaxation massage melts away tension, calms the mind, and releases stress so you leave feeling balanced and recharged. I'm owner and therapist Chad Patterson. I'm a former NCAA Division I athlete with extensive training in sports massage and clinical massage therapy. So you're in expert hands. Whether you need to power up or wind down, I've got you covered. Check out The Body Mechanic today at www.thebodymechanic.studio. That's www.thebodymechanic.studio, and see what services could benefit you. The Body Mechanic, because a good set of hands can fix anything.
Join Darlington Raceway on Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the Track Laps for Charity benefiting Toys for Tots of the PD. For a $30 donation or a gift of a new unwrapped toy of at least $20 value, you can drive your car around the track Too Tough to Tame for 3 laps and take a photo in the Mobile One Victory Lane. Cash and credit card payments available upon arrival. That's Saturday, November 15th from 10 to 1 p.m. For more information, go to darlingtonraceway.com/events.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Defense. The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Fox Creek Golf Club invites you to enjoy their winter special. $29 for 18 holes every Tuesday or Thursday. Play 18 holes any other day for $35. Fox Creek Golf Club is just minutes from Florence, Hartsville, and Sumter. Book your tee time today. Fox Creek Golf Club.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone. Ask about your company's emotional health benefits. Visit heart.org/sharing. Brought to you by the American Heart Association.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Back to wrap up hour 2. So we're going to kind of tie some things together here. Some college football, some high school football, some games from last week, some games from this week, and then we'll get to basketball in the next hour because we got Lamont Paris, Brad Brownell, Dawn Staley, and a whole bunch of people. So, but we'll do that in just a little bit. But let's go with football first. College football, your top 25. Purdue put up a fight for about, 5 minutes. And then Ohio State bombed them 34-10. Indiana, Penn State put up a fight for 59 and a half minutes.
Football game 60, boys.
And Indiana scores on a touchdown with about 30 seconds left on maybe the best catch of the season.
You gotta
in the back of the end zone.
If you're gonna go for a championship season, you're gonna end up in games like that.
And I did not know this. I mean, it's obviously probably a well-known fact in the Midwest, but before last season, how many 10-win seasons Indiana had in football?
Not very many.
It's a big round number.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't a lot.
It's a big round number. And now they've had 2 10-win seasons in a row.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And Kirk Cignetti's first 2 years, first time that Indiana's ever won 10 games in a season, and it's happened 2 years in a row.
Okay, Kirk Cignetti, I bow.
Yes.
I bow. You've won. We respect you now.
Yes. And he's gotten paid for it, Daddy. Good for him. Texas A&M beat Missouri, and Eli Drinkwitz still seems to be a hot commodity, though.
Yeah.
Texas A&M might be the best team in the country, though.
You know what? It's between them, Indiana, and Ohio State. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Right now, to me, it's 1A, 1B, 1C, and you put them in any order you want. Those.
That's what I was going to say. I may just take those 3 and let you have the field.
No way. I'm taking those 3.
I'll take those 3, and you can have everybody else. All right, Alabama beat LSU 20-9. Georgia over Mississippi State 41-21. Mississippi shut out the Citadel. Why are they playing the Citadel? 49 to
because
nothing.
their schedule's so hard, Alan. They need a week off.
Stop it. Texas Tech in a top 10 battle with BYU stomped the Cougars 29-7. Oregon was pushed by Iowa in the pouring rain, but kicked the field goal as time ran out to win 18-16.
Oh, Oregon is just screaming to everybody, hey, that loss was a fluke.
Notre Dame beat Navy 49-10, so bye-bye Navy from the Gang of 5. Wake beat Virginia to give them their first conference loss, 16-9. Cal over Louisville in overtime, 29-26, so bye-bye Louisville from the playoffs. Vanderbilt beat Auburn in overtime, 45-38. Miami down Syracuse, and Miami's looking pretty good again, 38-10, but it was Syracuse. How about Wisconsin? Luke Fickell saving his job.
What is the AD on? And can I get a gram of what you're on there, sir?
Man, they should have fired Luke Fickell 2 weeks ago.
But they announced, what was it, Friday?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, he's coming back next year.
Oh, please, stop it.
No, they did. They announced that Friday.
I ain't believe it. You just like you keep believing Matt Rule's going to get the Penn State job, I ain't buying that Luke Fickell's coming back next year.
That's what they said. You know what? You know why? I bet you anything they can't afford a buyout.
Probably not. Yeah, he's probably got a gigantic buyout. But they beat Washington 13-10, and SMU over BC 45-13. It was bye-bye Duke. They lose to Connecticut 37-34.
Who called that?
You did. You had that one right. Yeah. You got it.
You know, Connecticut now has 7 wins in the season.
Damn. How about
both independents have 7 wins?
How about that? Damn. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Coastal beat Georgia State. We told you about that one, 40-27. The Cheaters, they got 2 wins now in the ACC. Beat Stanford 20-15. But I won that pick because the Cheaters were a 7.5-point favorite. And I took Stanford and the 7.5, and they only won by 5, so I won that pick. I'm 5-0 in the South Carolina Network picks.
Belichick, you get the slow clap.
Clemson over Florida State, 24-10, and Kentucky. Maybe they're saving Stoops' job. They beat Florida, 38-7.
You beat Florida.
Yeah, that slow clap for that.
Slow clap for you too.
All right. So, all right, in our mid-level games that we picked, so I missed Duke. You got UConn. We both missed Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We both missed Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Vanderbilt. You picked Auburn. I picked the Cheaters. I don't know why. You picked Stanford. We both missed Virginia.
Yep.
We both missed PC, losing to Davidson, who had, 1 win on the year?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in PC.
Yeah, PC lost 14-13. But the other mid-level games in the state, SC State beat Howard 42-12. It was Wofford beating VMI 52-10, and Chatty over FU all the time 45-28. So, like I said, I was 15-5. You were 14-6. In the high school picks, you got Atlantic Collegiate.
It's about getting it right. Not
I know
who you want to win.
You know what? I'm actually I read over the weekend, and I did not know this. I should have known this. I knew that Brock's kids go to ACA, But Brock Miller, former NC State offensive lineman and our good friend, is the offensive coordinator for the Armada. And he calls the plays. I did not know that. So I may have to root for ACA after all. Because Brock, I love Brock to death. And from what I understand, his boys, especially his younger boy, is a beast. He's going to be a big-time offensive lineman. But I picked Woodland, you got ACA. I picked Waccamaw, you got Hanahan. I picked Marlboro County, you lost Swansea.
Yeah.
And we both missed May River, and we both missed Socastee. So you picked one less loser than I did. So I was 23-4, you were 24-3. We'll take a look at some of the local scores and delve into some college basketball in hour 3. Coming up on the uncommon voice of the common fan.
Hey there, landowners. Owning land is a lot of work, and we all dread the upkeep and maintenance, especially when help is hard to find.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I can help with it all. If you're tired of the runaround, call D&M Farm Service, where honesty and experience meets your land needs. I'm the handshake behind the D&M, and I'm asking you for the opportunity to earn your business.
Forestry, mulching and clearing, driveways, pond banks, bush hogging, ditching, fencing, tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding. You name it, call Mike. He's got your land covered. No job too small.
Owning land's tough, but we make it easier. Honest, reliable, and dependable service. From one landowner to another, D&M Farm Services has you covered. Let D&M Farm Services be the helping hand with your land.
Call or text for free estimates and let them make your land maintenance a little easier. D&M Farm Service. Phone 843-496-0703. That's 843-496-0703.
It's the final days of High Point Furniture's huge warehouse sale going on now in Florence and Sumter. They're clearing out inventory with deep discounts on sofas, sectionals, dining sets, recliners, and more. Fast local delivery and the best prices of the year. Easy approval, so hurry in. When it's gone, it's gone. Visit them at 1916 West Evans Street in Florence or 873 Broad Street in Sumter. High Point Furniture, top-notch service, unbeatable savings. When the Friday night lights dim, the high school scoreboard with Phil Kornbluth is just warming up. Catch the high school scores every Friday night on 96.3 ESPN Radio. Sponsored by Rivals, A Store Divided, FTC, Sumter Behavioral Health Services, USC Sumter, and Heinz Furniture. For your team's score, catch the high school scoreboard on 96.3 ESPN Radio. As the temperatures drop, you can help keep a child warm this winter. Bring your gently used coats and jackets to the cleaners in Florence or Sumter for the Coats for Kids drive. Each coat will be cleaned and given to a child in need by local churches, because every child deserves a warm winter. Please bring your items to the cleaners on Palmetto Street in Florence, next to the Sunday House, and in Sumter on North Main Street, across from the post office. The cleaners proudly supporting Coats for Kids for children in need.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device, because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
From the Florence Toyota Studios, this is WOLH Florence, 96.3 ESPN Radio, the worldwide leader in sports.
It's not 2:47, is it, MJ?
Probably in Alaska or Hawaii it is. Well, no, it wouldn't even be 2:47 in Alaska and Hawaii.
It would be 2:47. It's straight up 9 o'clock. Well, actually, we're about a minute ahead, so
yeah, we must have had
that break short. But my NC State wall clock says it's 247 and 248 now. And the second arm is still going around, but it's slowed down. But my digital clock, which I have in front of me, is right, so I can keep up with it. All right, let's take a look at some of the games we had from Friday night in Skeesa. All the teams that played at home won, but one. You know who won on the road?
Who won on the road in Skeesa this week?
Hilton Head Prep beat Calhoun Academy 27-26 on the road. Everybody else that played at home won. Hilton Head Christian beat Trinity Collegiate 42-20. It was Florence Christian over John Paul II 28-12. PD Academy shut out Orangeburg Prep 27-0. Greenwood Christian beat Dillon Christian 31-7. In 1A, Colleton Prep defeated Lee Academy 44-28, and Williamsburg Academy downed Patrick Henry 40-12. And in 8-man football, we didn't have anybody local. I thought we had an 8-man team playing.
No, I don't think Kings Academy made the playoffs.
Okay, so this week it's Florence Christian at Pinewood Prep in 3A. In 2A, it is PD Academy hosting Hilton Head Prep. And in 1A, it is Williamsburg Academy taking on Thomas Hayward. So that's Skeesa for you. All right, let's move to 1A. The 1A lower state. We had actually upper state. Let's start with upper state. Hunter Kiner Tyler took care of Lee Central 56-14, and Lamar shut out Calhoun Falls. I told you the Black Nasty is getting nastier and nastier. So I look for them to be right there with Abbeville and Louisville for the championship. Damn near everybody got shut out in 1A this past week. It was Abbeville shutting out Great Falls 63-0. Louisville shut out Whitmire 62-0. Blackville shut out McCormick 15-0. C.A. Johnson went on the road and shut out Calhoun County 12-0. Ware Shoals beat Ridge Spring Monetta 38-0. And Lamar beat Calhoun Falls 49-0. The only games that were scored upon of the losers, Lee Central lost, as I said, to HKT 56-14. And Wagner Sally beat Dixie on the road 14-9. So this week, we've got Wagner Sally at Lamar in 1A. In the lower state, the winners across, of course, had to bye. Scotts Branch beat Hannah Pamplico 32-14. Johnsonville scorched Branchville 48-7. And Carver's Bay just keeps rolling. Beat Allendale Fairfax 59-0. Lakeview beat Hardyville 28-6. And Latta beat Baptist Hill 34-14. So in the lower state in 1A, we've got Johnsonville visiting Scotts Branch. Lakeview will be at Carver's Bay. And Latta goes to Bamberg Earhart. That Lakeview Carver's Bay game is going to be a slobber knocker. All right, in 2A. Okay, let me switch over here. In 2A, in the upper state, we had one game. Strom Thurmond shut out Chesterfield 49-0. Hampton County beat Lake City 56-22. It was Chirral over Andrews 17-7. Manning beat Academic Magnet 48-7. Central of Pageland down the Blazers of Kingstree 56-6. And East Clarendon, as we both predicted, went on the road and beat East Clarendon. East Clarendon went on the road and beat Lake Marion 14-0.
But paid to see East Clarendon beat East Clarendon.
Yeah, East Clarendon beat Lake Marion. And Atlantic Collegiate, our buddy Brock Miller calling plays. 14-0 winners of their first ever football state playoff game, 14-0. So I'm going to have to start rooting for the Armada because my buddy Brock Miller is calling plays there. You know who their coach is, don't you?
Whom is their coach?
Former NFL player Antoine Rivens. Yeah. So Brock was up for the head coaching job when they first opened the school, but he's now the offensive coordinator because his two kids are going there. So in 2A this week, Atlantic Collegiate goes to Philip Simmons. East Clarendon is at Central of Pageland, and Cheraw is at Hampton County. I think Cheraw can go on the road and get that win.
Yeah.
ACA could get a win. I'm telling you, I wouldn't put it past them. All right, in 3A, in the lower state, it was Georgetown falling to Oceanside Collegiate 49-15. Swansea got beat by Marlboro County, and I told you Marlboro was going to go on the road and get that win. Marlboro County beat Swansea 49-13. It was Dillon pounding Fox Creek 49-8. Loris did the same to Battery Creek 59-19. Hanahan took out Waccamaw, and I picked Waccamaw to go on the road and get that win, but they didn't. 38-21, and Newberry beat Aner 54-14. So in 3A this week, number 9 Marlboro County goes to number 1 Oceanside Collegiate. Number 5 Silver Bluff is at number 4 Dillon. And number 6, Orangeburg Wilkinson, is at number 3, Loris. Going to be a big one in 3A. All right, let's go over to 4A now, because all of our teams won in 4A. Even Wilson went on the road and got the victory. In the lower state, obviously we knew on Thursday night, South Florence got the win over Darlington by a score of 47-7. Hartsville beat Crestwood 45-8. And Wilson down to May River 36-28. So this week in 4A, number 6 Hartsville goes to number 3 Gray Collegiate. Come on, Red Foxes. Let's beat the pants off of those jokers. Number 10 Wilson goes to number 2 Hilton Head Island. And number 8 Bishop England comes to number 1 South Florence. In 5A Division 2, here's what it looks like. In the lower state, Lugoff Elgin defeated Socastee 42-6. Lucy Beckham beat North Myrtle Beach 38-21. West Florence beat up Conway 42-7. And Westwood took out St. James 41-14. So all of the teams in the Beach region lost, except for Myrtle Beach and Carolina Forest because they didn't play. They'll play this week. So in 5A Division 2, we only have one game. It's number 6 West Florence at number 3 Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach won the game earlier this year, but as Coach Chad said, these are two totally different teams now. So West could go on the road and get the victory for sure. And we didn't have any 5A Division I games, but we do have 2 this week. We've got number 6, James Island, who got the win in the first round, at number 3, Sumter, and number 8, Fort Dorchester, coming to number 1, Carolina Forest in the lower state. So there you go. That's your picks for this week. And our college picks, real quick, we'll do them again tomorrow or maybe the next day. But Clemson is at Louisville on Friday night. Saturday, I had to scratch for some games here, MJ. Iowa at Southern Cal.
That could be an underrated game right there.
Could be a game. How about UCLA at Ohio State?
Ooh, are we going to pick against the
game.
spread?
Against the spread, maybe. Notre Dame at Pittsburgh.
Ooh, that could be a minefield for Notre Dame.
Yeah, and it could be an elimination game for Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Georgia Tech is at Boston College.
GT.
Arkansas at LSU. NC State going to South Beach to get its brains kicked in. Mississippi State at Missouri. The Cheaters are at Wake Forest. See if Wake can do it 2 weeks in a row. Florida is at Ole Miss. Virginia Tech at Florida State. Sneaky good one there, maybe. Oklahoma at Alabama.
Don't think that's an automatic Alabama W either.
I don't think it is either. Virginia is at Duke. Elimination game for the ACC championship.
Wrong place, wrong time, Dukies.
Texas is at Georgia.
Oh,
is that an elimination game altogether?
That could, if for Texas, that's an elimination game from the playoffs, not just Atlanta.
Well, people are saying Texas could have 3 wins and still get in the playoffs.
You mean 3 losses?
3 losses, I mean.
Yeah. If they lose by a field goal to Georgia, I mean, you'd have to make an argument.
All right. Within the state, Presbyterian is at St. Thomas, Minnesota. What a place to go in the middle of November.
God, I hope that's in a dome.
I hope so, too, for Presbyterian's sake. St. Thomas, Minnesota. Charleston Southern's at UT Martin. VMI comes to FU all the time. Wofford is at the Citadel. Coastal Carolina goes to Georgia Southern. And South Carolina could play spoiler at Texas A&M. Let's hope I really am rooting for South Carolina to go to Texas A&M, beat their ass. Then they'll beat Coastal next week. And then play Clemson for the right to go to a bowl game. Both teams could be playing to get to 6 wins.
You know what's funny? Even before the NC State, if North Carolina wins their next 2 games, they're bowl eligible.
Stop it.
I'm not kidding. I looked it up.
I know. But would 6-6 in...
Oh, no, this was national championship dreams. Are you kidding?
That's what I'm saying. Is 6-6 for Bill six rings. He'll have as many Super Bowl rings as he has wins.
He'll be like
this year.
every time he's not with Tom Brady, a 500 coach.
Right. Would that be a success for South Carolina? I mean, North Carolina?
No.
Would they consider a 6-6? Ooh, well, he's got to start somewhere.
We made a bowl game.
He's got to build from there.
We made a bowl game in his first year.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. 6-6 is embarrassing. But if they only got 5 when they play NC State, they ain't getting 6. So they better win the next 2. Because when they come to Raleigh, we're kicking their ass. I ain't playing around. We are kicking their ass when they come to Raleigh. And I don't care if NC State doesn't win a game in the next 2 weeks because they ain't beating Miami. And who do they play after Miami? They play Florida State. They might beat Florida State. They could beat Florida State. But they're going to have to win 2 of the next 3 for NC State to become bowl eligible. And they like I said, they ain't beating Miami.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to beat both Florida State and North Carolina to become bowl eligible. And what did I proclaim in the first hour, MJ? MJ?
Who's
What did
MG?
I proclaim in the first hour?
I don't even remember the first hour anymore.
Come on now. It's week 11.
It is, yeah. And if you can't win 6 games.
If you haven't won 6 games by now, your team sucks.
Well.
Sorry.
No.
I know truth hurts. The truth hurts. Because my team ain't won 6, and they suck.
Yeah.
So if your team has not won 6 games by now, they suck. So, I mean, if you look at everybody in the top 25 has at least 6 wins. Even Tennessee at number 21 is 6-3. So everybody in the top 25 has at least 6 wins. If your team doesn't have 6 wins, you suck. Sorry. That's the truth. All right, let's take an early timeout, and we'll switch gears. We'll get away from college football for a minute. We'll go to college basketball because there were some good games over the weekend. Gamecock men played yesterday, had to go to overtime to beat Southern Miss. But the Gamecock women blowed out their opponent. So did the Clemson men and the Coastal Carolina men. I know it's early in the year. It's not a big deal. They're playing nobodies, directional schools and hyphenated schools and things like that. But, just you got to win. So, but South Carolina had to go to overtime to beat Southern Miss. Back on the uncommon voice of the common fan.
This Panther Update is brought to you by UNC Charlotte.
Panthers suffer a disappointing loss at home to the New Orleans Saints on Sunday, 17-7. I'm Jim Zoki with a Panthers update after this.
Charlotte's momentum has a name, UNC Charlotte, 32,000 students strong, ranked among the nation's top 75 public universities, recognized at the highest level for research, unmatched access to Fortune 500 companies, built for a top-tier city. This isn't typical higher ed. The difference is scale. The difference is momentum. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
Last week, the Panthers went on the road to beat one of the best teams in the NFL at Green Bay, but then returned home and lost to the previously 1-8 New Orleans Saints on Sunday, 17-7. In this game, New Orleans had their rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck throw for 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, one of those to Chris Olave.
Shuck is in the shotgun, press coverage on the right side. Here's the snap. Shuck launches deep down the right side. Olave gets behind Horn, makes the catch, and goes all the way to the end zone.
Olave, the top receiver, had 5 catches for 104 yards for New Orleans. Alvin Kamara ran the ball 22 times for 83 yards as well. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it was a struggle offensively as Bryce Young threw for just 124 yards. He was sacked twice, also threw an interception.
Panthers with the football down 10-7. 13 minutes left in regulation. Trips to the right. Young is in the gun. Saints showed blitz. Bryce looking right, throws right, picked off by Alontae Taylor. Running it back across the near sideline.
Jimmy Horn with a fumble as well in the red zone for the Panthers, who gave it away there. Enrico Dowdle was bottled up, limited to 53 yards rushing, 2.9 yards per carry. I'm Jim Zoki on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
This Panther Update has been brought to you by UNC Charlotte. Built for a top-tier city. The difference is Charlotte. UNC Charlotte.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Your business is HVAC. You want to grow that business while providing the very best in service. Instead, you're struggling under a pile of administrative tasks. Service Titan is here to help. With our all-in-one solution for the trades, we've made managing all of your business needs, from scheduling to invoicing, easier than ever. Service Titan, giving you the time and the tools you need to keep your company running smoothly. Learn how Service Titan helps manage your business at servicetitan.com.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
Rolling Stones in the 9 o'clock hour. Time to, well, first, I want to tell you about PD Insurance. Yeah, time to talk about insurance. Your chance to get the very best price on insurance for your home, your auto, your commercial businesses, if you're a trucker, if you're owner-operator, my boy at PD Insurance, Ryan Miller, can get you the very best prices. Because you know why? Because he shops around to different insurance companies and pits them against one another and gets the very best price for you. So you don't have to waste your time doing that. That's what he does for a living. That's his thing, if you know what I mean. So, and if you got payroll and you hate doing the payroll, well, Kaylee Gill, she's good at that with PD Payroll. And, of course, you got to pay taxes. Everybody's got to pay taxes, no matter what you do. You got to do your tax returns. Well, they do that too. PDTaxofSC.com. That's BEEDEE taxofSC.com. Call them up, 843-954-0530. That's 843-954-0530. Or go by and see their new office at 446 Second Loop Road. That's 446 Second Loop Road's in the shopping center right there on the main drag. So you can go in and see Ryan and Kaylee, and they'll take care of you. 843-954-0530 for PD Tax, PD Payroll, and PD Insurance. Or go online again to PDTaxofSC.com. All right, let's switch to some basketball. We had big basketball weekend, first week of the college season, and a roller coaster of a basketball game last night in Columbia. The Gamecocks managed to ride high enough in the latter portions of the second half and overtime to defeat Southern Miss 83-79. South Carolina attempted a school record 43 3-pointers in the process, with Michi Johnson making a career-high 7 on the way to a career-high 33 points. The Gamecocks started the game making 10 of their first 13 shots, building a 16-point lead midway through the first half. Then, like the Columbia weather, they cooled off. Actually, they went into a deep freeze. The Gamecocks made just 8 of their next 32 shots, and with 4:31 to play, they were down 63-54. The Gamecocks finished 39% shooting on the night, though they made 16 of those 43 three-pointers. They've made 30 threes in their first 2 games of the season. Ellis finished with 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and Sharamovitz added 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and those two, along with Michi, combined to score 70 of the Gamecocks' 83 points. And let's hear from Lamont Paris after the game.
This is the most exhausted I think I've ever been after a game in my whole life. I don't know. This doesn't mean I'm getting old, I don't think. But that was exhausting. That was an exhausting game, the roller coaster of everything that was happening. But, I hate when someone says, well, not our finest effort. I hate that because I think that detracts from what the other team did, and I don't want to do that for 1 second. Those guys are more competitive, and they were tougher than us. They were certainly tougher than us today. They may just be tougher than us, period. And I don't say that to say to anything other than they got some tough guys. They got some tough, competitive, relentless guys. And so I hope that someone's given them the credit that is due them as they look at this game. But having said all that, this is going to sound crazy. I said it in an NC State game, exhibition game, and I think it sounded like it was a great thing to say because we lost, and what else are you going to say? Well, we won this one. And there would be the way that the game turned out was perfect. It's exactly what you would want to draw up. You get late game free throws by Eli. You get Michi in a full court press situation, and we don't make it happen. We turn it over. You get a barrage that has to happen from one player in particular, and what Michi did, and we needed it at that time. We threw the 1-3-1 out there, because you're always going to feel like, well, when's a good time to do it? Up 20, then can we throw the 1-3? Well, we had to throw it out there. Well, it was good for us. So you could never script this in a way that your team could learn more from it. So I thought it was perfect for every single person other than the coach. So because that was a hard game. We signed up to do this, though. So,
David on the left. Lamont, I mean, you said in the preseason you guys were going to shoot a lot of threes. Started to hit them early, didn't hit them in the middle, but then Michi kind of went supernova there. So that's the approach for the season. So what do you say to the team when it's just they're not going in?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing you do is address the quality of what the shot is. This was an extreme. We had 34 attempts, I think. Is that what they said? 43? 43. Yeah, so. But I think we were still, and we made 16? Carried a 1. 48, right? So 48 on 42, right? 37%. No, I mean points. Yeah, so from a point per possession, we're actually in a fine spot. I mean, you don't want to have droughts. I think the number was extremely high for a couple of reasons. They play that way. I mean, they play that way. And then we did try to drive it. We didn't have a lot of success. We weren't playing off of 2 feet and then pump faking. There's nobody on the planet Earth. I do feel confident in saying this. I don't think any coach on the planet Earth has spent more time in the last 48 hours working on pump fake. It's impossible. No one has. And then we still wouldn't do it consistently in the game. So, so because of that, we weren't having a lot of success around the basket. It was hard to get post touches, just the way they play. They switch everything, and then now you got a bigger guy like a Norden, let's say, or an Elijah or whoever it might be, down there trying to tussle with a quick guy, and then they're built in from both sides. There's no weak side to them. Help is always coming. So then they skip. You can skip for threes, and I would say mediocre at worst quality threes. That is the worst probably quality of three that you get in those situations. And so that's why you shoot them. And I felt good about the quality of shot that we generally generated from three. One or two here or there, but I think from a percentage standpoint, they probably were pretty good looks. It's extreme based on the way that they play. We did it once when I was at Chattanooga. We played Bellarmine, and they had a philosophy, basically, you will never drive it all the way to the rim. It's impossible. We'll have too many people there. And so we kicked it out. We made 18 threes on that day. So I had 3 teams at Chat. Out of the 5 teams that I coached there, I had 3 teams made 18 threes. So this is not new that I like threes. This is an extreme because of how they play defense. But I like open shots. Sometimes it's a layup. The only challenge shot that I really don't mind at all is if you can go down and hoss around the basket and you get 5 feet away and the guy's going to challenge you, you still can shoot that one if you can make it. Like Eli's done that a couple times. You've seen it. But, threes are open. We're going to shoot them.
Lamont, Abu Yarmo wasn't dressed for today's game. Is he redshirting, or was it a health thing with his status?
Yes, no. Of all the things, that's of all the things that happened in that game, I'm surprised that came up so quickly. There were 1,472 things that were wild in that game. But yes, Abu has decided that he wants to redshirt. So I'm happy for him and the things that he's going to attack in this year, be able to spend some extra time on some things. But he felt really good and comfortable about it. And so if he's happy, I'm happy.
Coach, you didn't do a whole lot of subbing late, right? And you kept 2 freshmen in the game. What's kind of your thought process with your closing 5, so to speak?
Yeah.
I know you put Kobe in at the very end.
Yeah. That was based on what we were trying to do defensively. Like, he was better at doing that than Hayden. We were switching a bunch of stuff to try to take away some threes. So in theory, he's done that more often and probably better suited to do that with a team that drives it like that versus Hayden. So that's it. But typically, like, we get to a certain point and the flow of the game goes a certain way. And, guys are doing this, and guys are doing that, playing well, struggling, whatever it might be. But we get to some point in the game, and those dudes are the dudes for the most part. And sometimes there are more guys that are also playing well, and you can feel like you can make a move based on a substitution that they made, based on a play you might want to run. But I also look down, and some of these guys hadn't been in the game for a while because we made the run we needed to make, right? We had to make that run or we lose, didn't we? We made that run with that group. A couple of tongues were hanging on the ground, it looked like, but we had to keep that group in there. I thought our chances were better. They were being effective in the zone. You change one guy in the zone who's not reading the way that it's morphing around what they're doing, and it's not nearly as effective. So we just kept that group. They were doing good things offensively, and that was the group that took us to the promised land tonight.
All right, that's Lamont Paris. Big win for them last night in overtime over Southern Miss, and an even bigger win for Brad Brownell's Clemson Tigers over hyphenated Gardner-Webb at Little John Coliseum on Saturday night, 97-59. And big games all around for the Tigers, including 18 points from Davidson and had 4 players in double figures and one more with 9. So that works out really well. And R.J. Godfrey is he was at 13. Welling had 14, and little Buckner's brother had 11. So let's hear from Brad Brownell after their big win on Saturday night against Gardner-Webb.
Okay, another good win tonight. Really pleased with the way we shared the ball. Just 25 assists and only 3 turnovers. That might be a record for us. But I thought our guys had good focus, good energy. Got a little lax late second half, but I thought our starters did a nice job at the beginning of the first and second. Got us off to good starts, and we did a nice job. It was good. We dealt with some zone, a little bit of soft press, just a couple different things. So it's just good to deal with some different things like that at the beginning of a year, and to get a nice win comfortably with a lot of guys playing is good for us too.
You mentioned that start in the second half. Just talk about what you saw. I feel like the group came out really with their tails on fire.
Yeah, we've tried to be a little better, miss offense, and I thought we were in the second half. I thought guys did a better job of pitching the ball ahead and looking at guys on the rim. And, first it starts with defending and getting stops. And I thought, the starters did a good job. It felt like at the beginning of the game and in the beginning of the second half. In both instances, they're older, and I thought they played well.
Coach, before tonight, the last time you played Gardner-Webb was back in 2014 in the Virgin Islands. You lost that game. Is that something you talked to your team about? No. That's so long ago. I like to forget all those things. No, we were, we don't talk about a lot of the games in the past. These guys weren't part of any of that. We got so many new players, and that we're just, we've got a lot to work on with our team, and most of the time we're just talking about our team. Yeah.
Coach, speaking on having a new roster, what's the main thing that you're trying to set home in practice that sets aside your other teams in the past?
Well, the biggest difference is just we're playing so many players, and picking up full court and playing faster on offense right now. And as a result of that, it's a little bit more like 2021. I thought we weren't playing this fast, but we played a lot of players. I think we averaged 10 guys playing double-figure minutes. So, just getting used to that. And when you have as many new players as we have, it's challenging to get everybody on the same page. And so we're, believe me, practices at times are frustrating. But I think our guys are trying to learn and working really hard, and that's why I'm so pleased to see the way they shared the ball tonight. There was some great passing, extra passing, guys giving up good shots for great ones, and that's good for the spirit of our team.
Your team forced 16 turnovers today. What was your assessment just of the defense as a whole?
Probably like a B if I was giving it a grade, because there were some things that we practiced for that we made a lot of mistakes on. Some scouting stuff that was really disappointing. Some of our young guys really didn't do as well in that area tonight. I thought we, once we kind of got after them a little bit at halftime, because I thought we didn't defend the last 10 minutes very well. Second half was much better.
You guys took 36 threes tonight. Is that kind of in the range where you want to be?
It just kind of game to game. I think, obviously we had a huge size advantage, so they were packing it in. They played zone. They went under some things. There was just a lot of shots to be had. I think the biggest thing is there are times when you're gonna shoot 4 or 5 threes and within 6 or 7 possessions, and sometimes that feels like too many, especially when they're not going in. And so there's a trade-off that you got to be a little careful with, because you want your guys, as long as they're good shots, you got to let them shoot them. And but it's a little different sometimes when it doesn't feel like they're going in, and you're like, man, we should be throwing this inside. We obviously talked about that. We had a tremendous size advantage, and so that's what we talked about in a lot of huddles and at halftime, and obviously in the pregame.
I know it's early, but 2 games in, what's your assessment of this group's ability to switch 1 through 5?
Yeah, I think there's a chance that can be good for us at times. It'll be much more challenging, though,
when we're playing teams that are bigger. Like it's, this is, that it'll be completely different, and it'll be hard to then, for extended periods. But at times, yeah.
So Dylan picked up 2 fouls. You put in Zach. How important is it for him to get minutes like this in a big game?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they all need it, especially all the young guys. Chase and Zach and Ace. Are kind of the 3 right now that are getting more of the minutes as young players. But it's important that all guys get some time and just try to get comfortable as best you can, because it's a new system for everybody. And guys need to play with each other. And then, we're switching some lineups. We had a couple different lineups out there today that we maybe hadn't seen. Some of it was dictated by their play, by playing really small. So, yeah, those are important minutes for everybody.
Anybody on Zoom have anything you want to add? Anybody else? I mean, keep asking if you have anything.
What do you want the identity of this team to be?
Unselfish, play hard. And right now we're doing those things. But we're still trying to figure out who we are and how we can help each guy be successful and get them to play the right way together. It's challenging, but it's been fun. It's a good group of guys, and they're working really hard. I think they're very excited to play. They seem excited every game night, which is really good. It's been fun so far. We'll get back at it tomorrow.
And he's right. Early in the year, remember I said it earlier, a couple of years ago when the ACC instituted that let's play conference games, the very first game out of the gate, and it was horrible. I was excited about that. I'm going, this is going to be awesome. And then we watched the games. Oh, no. It was the worst I'd never seen such atrocious basketball when you're playing teams that you're equal to right out of the gate. Oh my God. But it's like he was saying, you're not making your shots early. What do? You keep shooting. They asked Lamont Paris that, when you went cold in the middle of the game, what'd you tell him? Keep shooting.
Right.
Just keep shooting.
Right.
That's what you do. That's what you tell them. They're going to go in and just keep shooting. You can't stop shooting, because if you stop shooting, you got no chance. Keep shooting. And it worked out for them, that's why you play hyphenated schools early on. Coastal Carolina even routed Virginia Lynchburg.
Yeah, I was like, where's this school?
Yeah, 121-44. That's why you play hyphenated schools and directional schools early in the year.
Division II schools.
Right. Because that's what you're trying to do, is learn what you're good at and what you're not good at. And but you don't want to lose. So you play directional schools and hyphenated schools. All right, back with Dawn Staley on the other side.
Excellence is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. King Cadillac Buick GMC knows what it takes to be excellent. That's why this Labor Day you'll find the selection and savings you deserve. Take up to $4,500 off all remaining 2025 Buick Envisions, or up to $5,500 on all remaining 2025 Buick Encore GX SUVs. Great financing available on both, and no payments for 90 days. Experience excellence at the #1 volume dealer in the PD, King Cadillac Buick GMC.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple, packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle. You'll get as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee with 0 sugar and 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today, or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon, and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Community Broadcasters is proud to be your local radio source. However, we're more than just a voice of the airwaves. We're a one-stop shop for total advertising solutions.
Yes, we broadcast your message to loyal listeners, but we also take your brand beyond the dial. Want to reach people where they scroll, stream, and surf? We've got you covered.
Digital ads? Absolutely. Social marketing? You bet. Streaming platforms, targeted campaigns, real-time metrics. That too. Whether you're reaching across town or across the world, we can help place your message directly in front of your ideal audience.
With passion, impact, and results. So why settle for less when you can amplify your message everywhere? Let community broadcasters help you broadcast bigger and advertise smarter.
It's your voice, your reach, one platform with endless possibilities. Email us at communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. That's communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. Or call us at 843-678-9393. We're Community Broadcasters. It's more than just a catchy name.
Hi, this is James Fisher.
And I'm Chuck Lawson. Friday nights were made for the Florence High School Game of the Week.
On 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Sponsored by Galloway Auto Glass, Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home, Adams Metal Building Supply, and Rivals, a store divided.
The Florence Friday Night Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
As long as we have high school football games in South Carolina, we're going to need officials, and right now we have a shortage of those. The South Carolina Football Officials Association and the South Carolina High School League need people who want to stay involved in sports and are willing to work hard. Help make a difference in lives of hundreds of kids in your community and have fun while earning some extra money, staying in shape, and expanding your network of friends. Text REF, R-E-F, to 66866 to register now, or visit scfoa.net/join to receive more information.
Back and badder than ever. We got a short period of time here. I don't even know if we got time to get Dawn Staley in, but
I don't think so.
Yeah, we can hold her over till tomorrow, but just suffice it to say, they blowed out Bowling Green.
Ooh.
114-47. But they're going to blow out everybody.
Wait a minute. She didn't win it by 100?
No.
Fire her
But
today!
They're going to blow out everybody. Even when they go to Vegas in a couple of weeks, they're going to blow those teams out too.
Can't believe she didn't win by 100.
Good they are. Coastal Carolina erupted for 68 first-half points and rolled to a 121-44 victory over Virginia University of Lynchburg on Friday night at the HTC Center. This is the men. The Shants are now 1-1, shot 55% from the field, hit a school and facility record 17 three-pointers while out-rebounding the Dragons 75-27.
Daggum, there's some kids that need to be running some steps today.
I ain't never heard of 75 rebounds.
How do you out-rebound a team? I don't care the difference if it's
that's got to be a typo.
Division I, Division II. How do you out-rebound them 3-1?
That's got to be a typo. I've never heard of somebody with 75 rebounds. Let me look at the box
Good
score
Lord.
and see if that's right.
I want to know how
can't
many
be
of those
right.
were offensive rebounds.
Rebounds 75-27. Three guys had double-digit rebounds. Damn. I don't know that I've ever seen a team with 75 rebounds. I mean, that means there were 70. Well, actually, if you add the 27 the other team got, that was over 100 missed shots.
Good Lord.
In a game.
Angel Reese coaching that team?
Oh, my
Sorry.
God. That's over 100 missed shots in the game.
How do you miss 100 shots?
I mean, you can be left in the gym by yourself and not miss 100 shots.
I remember playing all afternoon at the at the park, and I don't think I could miss 100 shots playing for 6 hours. Good Lord.
That blows my mind.
Somebody throwing that game?
Grass, yeah, somebody had money on that game. 75 rebounds. Graduate transfer Jerry Ingopot led the way with 17 points, 10 rebounds, going 7 of 12 from the floor with 3 triples. AJ Dantzler recorded a double-double with 14 points and 10 rebounds. And freshman Tristan Thompson matched him with 14 points, including 3 from long range. Sophomore Braden Vicker, or Mac Vicker, tallied 13 points and 10 rebounds. Jesus. Coastal continues its homestand tomorrow night when it hosts former Big South rival Winthrop at the HTC Center at 7 p.m.
We're going down. We're going down. Oh, I'm sorry.
I swear to God, I don't think I've ever seen 75 rebounds by one team in a game.
I'm with you.
Not normal numbers like 25 or 33.
What was their shooting percentage?
God almighty.
I got to bring up the box. I want to know what their damn shooting percentage was. It couldn't be higher than 15.
Lynchburg shot 11%.
I'm shocked they made double digits if they missed 100.
They were at 9% from three-point range.
Woo!
For the game, now that was in the first half. For the game, they were 15 for 75.
Stinky.
So, obviously, that's 60 defensive rebounds for Coastal and 15 offensive rebounds. Son of a bitch.
Tried to cook a simple breakfast this morning, burned the bacon, undercooked the eggs, and now your smoke alarm is filing a complaint? Yeah, it's time to leave it to the pros. Start your day the tasty way at Venus Restaurant and Catering. We're serving up sizzling bacon, fluffy pancakes, and hearty home-cooked meals made fresh every morning. At Venus, we serve comfort food with a creative twist. Whether you come in for breakfast or lunch, it's always fast, fresh, and satisfying. Planning an event? Let us cater it. We can handle any event, big or small, fancy or casual. You tell us what you want, and we'll bring the flavor to you. Let us take the stress off your plate. Fuel your day the Venus way, where every bite feels like home. We also want to thank everyone for letting us serve you with love since 1977. Venus Restaurant and Catering is serving up smiles Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., and Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
They are like no other. They are the heroes, the warriors, the ones who are always there. Pepsi of Florence, Lee's Tire and Auto, Palmetto Mining, and community broadcasters salute our first responders of the PD. We thank our police, sheriff's deputies, firefighters, and EMTs. Join us along with White Swan Cleaners, A&J Firearms, Big A Auto Sales, Venus Restaurant and Catering, Blackjack Harley Davidson, Dreaming Ink Tattoos of Florence and Hartsville, the Florence Center, and Darlington Chainsaw in honoring these great men and women by nominating them for our First Responders Call to Courage. Head on over to scfirstresponders.com and fill out the form. We will be recognizing 8 first responders on 99.3 The Cat with Palmer in the morning and have them tell us their stories on the air. While others run from dangerous situations, these first responders run toward the danger to help us. We encourage you to go to scfirstresponders.com today and nominate a local hero.
Pepsi and Dollar General want to send you to see the Harlem Globetrotters December the 7th at the Florence Center. Swing by participating Dollar General locations. Look for the indoor display and scan the QR code to enter. Plus, for an extra chance to win, register online at this station's website. 10 qualifiers will win a pair of tickets. Then one lucky winner scores the grand prize. 2 VIP bench seats, merchandise, a meet and greet, and post-game team photo, along with a $100 Redbone Alley gift card. All from Pepsi, Dollar General, and this community broadcaster station.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Back for the 2-minute drill. MJ's still trying to search to see what we had to go all the way back to 1950 for William and Mary to have 100 rebounds in a game.
I can tell you, Larry Abney of Fresno State in 2000 had 35 rebounds by himself.
Well, yeah, I can see a single player like a Lou Alcindor or Wilt Chamberlain or somebody like that getting, 35, 40 rebounds in a game by himself. But, I mean, for a team to get 75 rebounds, I can't imagine that anybody's had more rebounds than that since, like, 1975.
Right. No, because you're right. The pre-1973 era of college basketball, you're right, set shots.
There were set shots.
William and Mary had 100, and what was it? Bill Chambers once had 50 rebounds in a game because you could do that back then.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I can't get a
when
team.
You take set shots, they're going to throw up bricks like they're going out of style. with those 1 foot in front of the other set shots.
Yep.
I mean, they weren't very good shots to begin with. But now, I mean, the shooting's too good. They were 15 for 75 from the field. That's embarrassing. All right. Well, we will talk to you again tomorrow morning, MJ, 7 a.m.
Okay.
Until then, for Matt Jordan, I'm the bad boy of sports radio. Later, baby.
Broadcasting from the Florence Toyota Studios, 96.3 ESPN Radio is WOLH Florence, a community broadcaster station.
Perfectly. I hear everything clear as a bell.